What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets Analysis by Assholes. I'm Andrew Schultz, and I'm here with Real Life Kaz and Akash Singh, and I cannot move my mic up. Oh, fuck my... There we go.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
Oh, man. Big, you know what? I don't like being right all the time. I'll tell this too. Well, actually, I do like being right, but there's certain things that I almost rather be wrong about. And
it's crazy how right you were about this.
You know what? It's one of those things where it's like, and I've said this many times before, you know, with Philadelphia, you know, the nickname for Philadelphia is obviously Philly, right? And now the word Philadelphia does not have two L's in a row in it. It's just spelled F-I-L, right? But when you, it's P-H-I-L, whatever. I don't understand how to spell that good, but I was just too excited to get to the L part.
I was about to say, like, bro, that was...
I don't know. Look, I don't know. I was so excited to get to the L. But the nickname for Philly is, nickname of Philadelphia is Philly, you know? And there's definitely the two L's in the Philly.
They added the extra L.
They added the extra... Well, there's another L in Philadelphia, right? But they made sure that when they shrunk it, that they would keep both L's in, because if there's one thing that we know about Philadelphia is that they will always and have always taken an L. And I looked historically at what was going on here. From 1790 to 1800, the capital...
This is so fucking funny that you looked up historical facts.
Because there's a trend here, right? It's more than just, you know, this is just happening, right? There's a trend going on. From 1790 to 1800, the capital of the United States of America was in what city?
Philadelphia.
It was in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
and then what happened? They lost it, because that's what the fuck they do. Okay? They lose shit constantly. Now let's go. We can just go throughout. We can go through.
Just go down the list,
Yo,
man.
hold on, real quick. Let me just say to the listeners, I know Andrew very well, right? Like 10 years doing comedy together, talking about everything. He's one of my best friends, best friend in comedy. This is everything you need to know about Andrew right here. This is how hard he works, how much he loves being right, and how big of a dickhead he is.
Right.
These are the three biggest things you need to know about Andrew.
I don't want to be right about this.
That he went and looked up history.
Listen, this happened. It was serendipitous the way this happened originally. I threw out one little
Yes, you weren't here, I
quip.
don't think.
I wasn't here.
So
no,
this happened before. This is on Brilliant Idiots. I threw out one little quip about Jazzy Jeff and a Philly.
Oh, no,
and all
yeah.
That I know, but this
that's where this started.
But then remember, his son was a good friend of mine.
Oh, you know,
Corey
Yeah,
Towns.
so Corey was getting real excited, and he was popping off in the mouth. Don't come to my city.
Trust me, he was very serious.
I know he was really serious. And then I did 5 shows Thursday through Sunday in Philadelphia, and I never saw Corey.
Well, I talked to him.
Oh,
I had to talk him off the ledge.
You were talking off the ledge.
He hit me on the side, and he was like, "Yo, I'm like serious. Like if it comes to Philly,
Yeah.
And like I believe him because he knows those type of people. I'm like, dude,
what are you going to beat me up for? For being right? For saying shit that's on Wikipedia?
Here's what's super right. So Andrew's been talking about the Philly
Let me just get through this.
He has a lot of hometown pride.
Let me just get through this thing. Listen, it's fine to like your hometown, but if somebody's like, you know what, there's 5 boroughs in New York, I'm not going to go, fuck you! It's not 5 boroughs in New York, that's what there are. So we go through history. We have obviously one of the most iconic films ever made. Right,
Rocky.
Especially a sports film, Rocky. Yeah. Right, one of the most iconic sports films ever. I mean, this is Philadelphia history right here. There's a statue of Rocky, right?
I know this is going right away.
And in an incredible film, one of my favorite films, classic film, the running up the stairs and everything like that,
iconic moments throughout.
And one of the most surprising things about this film was not Sylvester Stallone's acting, which was incredible. It was not the boxing scenes that were so magnificently done, and it was not this amazing dialogue that really puts you in the heart of a fighter and heart of a warrior.
So
one of the most surprising things about this movie is in the fight, he lost.
He lost the fight.
He lost the fight in his fictional movie. They could have written that movie differently. They could have written that movie Rocky wins.
Yeah.
But then they were like, what city does this take place? Oh, Philadelphia. I'm going to have to write it consistently with the city because nobody would believe in a win.
Nobody would believe that a Philly fighter
not at all
would rise in obscurity.
This is your most brilliant bit.
Okay, listen. It's just one of those things that we have to look at, and then we start to look at professional sports teams, right? We look at we look at, the 4 straight AFC championship games that the NFC championship games that the Eagles went to. Obviously, we know how that happened. The one thing that they haven't been able to, everything does break in Philly, but the one thing they haven't been able to break, obviously, is their Super Bowl drought. They haven't been able to break that at all. That's still intact. So, there's still things to hope for, Philly. But the point I'm trying to say is you look at the athletes there. You look at, they get this amazing talent in Joel Embiid, right? Mm-hmm. Amazing talent. And then what happens? Breaks. Injury breaks. Yeah. Oh, God darn.
Also, real quick, the year they made it, Philly made it to 4 straight NFC championship games and made it to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
Came very close to winning. Yeah. One big problem besides Donovan McNabb being fat?
Terrell Owens getting hurt.
Terrell Owens got hurt.
Just out of curiosity, what happened? He broke. He broke his ankle. Right?
It was actually a Cowboy that did it. It was Roy Williams that did it.
Fair enough, but there's also a theme of things breaking.
He balled, though. He balled in that
but
game.
he did break. He did break the ankle,
and
right?
I don't think he balled like he normally did.
Yeah. Listen, but let's just go. So we have Terrell Owens. He breaks his ankle. Then we have Joel Embiid comes and just breaks apart everything. Then they go, you know what we're going to do next? We're going to run it back, and we're going to get this amazing talent, Ben Simmons, right? And he's looking special. And then
again, missing a whole entire season.
And they were like, that's a fluke, because that's not a real thing that happens out here. That would never happen again. Let's trade up and let's get that first pick. Right? Markelle Fultz never had any issues whatsoever. Right? He never had any issues in college.
It's your most brilliant bit. I'm so fucking mad you thought of this and I didn't.
Within a month of being a 76er, he rolls his ankle in Summer League, and then his shoulder stops being a shoulder. So he has no shoulder anymore. He has to change his shot. He starts shooting like very similar to Lonzo Ball, right? Worse than Lonzo Ball. It was really bad. Okay. So now he's posting emotional quotes on his Instagram. We don't know exactly what's going on. I'm rooting for him, right? I'm rooting for him. And then I know what a lot of Philly fans are going to say, oh, this is recent history. Not everything breaks in Philly. Go look at your Liberty Bell. There is a crack that runs from the tip of the Liberty Belt down to, I don't know what the circle at the bottom. I don't even know what you call it. I don't know enough about bells.
The horn licking thing.
That's what makes this so brilliant. Is there's so many levels to it. Listen, Ben Franklin's bifocals are just broken glasses.
Listen,
we can do an entire episode on how everything breaks in Philly.
Listen, there is something going on here. Yeah. Right? There's something going on here that we're aware of. How do you break steel? It's a steel bell. It's not like we had lasers back then.
And don't even try to fix it. Like, they could fix it.
They could fix it, and then they were like, who are we kidding ourselves? It's going to break again. Why would I fix it? They've been trusting the process since the 1700s in Philadelphia, and it hasn't been working. That's just all I'm trying to say. And now we have a 10-2 season. Philadelphia Eagles are looking amazing. I have people tweeting me and Instagramming me every single day. Oh, Schultz, where's the Hezzy curse now? No. First of all, I removed the Hezzy curse. But where's the Hezzy curse now? What's happening?
They got an MVP at quarterback.
They got an MVP. Superstar.
He was going to walk
impressive. There's at least one play every game you watch Carson Wentz. You're like, what the? How the
What is this kid?
Did he do
Is this
that?
Aaron Rodgers? Yeah. What's going on? Who am I watching?
Maybe even more impressive in some ways.
He was a beast. Especially second year in the league. Yeah.
Like,
super
and
young.
a nice kid. Nice, good Christian.
Good Christian boy.
Never made a B in his life. All straight A's his whole life.
You know what? He did just make a B by breaking his ACL. That might be his first B. And he tore his ACL. Here's what's a tragic hit. I mean, you see it. I mean, the kid's going for it. He's a hungry kid, and it just totally.
It's a play that a million coaches.
He runs a lot, though. I thought this might happen.
Fair enough.
But to your credit, Andrew, Kaz, there was an episode you left early, I think, and Andrew and I talked about the Cowboys, and then we got to the Eagles, and then I was annoyed at how good they were, and Carson Wentz, and Andrew said, I'm not even bullshitting, go back and check. He said, he's going to get hurt.
Listen, I don't want this.
So.
I just want to clarify.
You called this exact fucking thing.
Yeah. Listen, I don't want this. I want to clarify. Okay, I don't want this. I don't want Carson to be hurt. I don't want these things to happen in Philadelphia. I have no attachment to Philadelphia whatsoever. Mm-hmm. None. Nice city. I like performing there. Really nice crowds. Thank you, Corey, for not bringing your goons to go beat me up.
Don't point at me. Point at Corey. Thanks, Corey.
Hey, appreciate you, Corey, for letting me live out there. Now, that being said, you can't deny the obvious here.
I mean,
there's something going on. If I was a first-round draft pick and the Eagles were going to draft me or the Sixers were going to draft me, I'm not going.
When's the last time? What, the Phillies? I think the Phillies
won the World Series, and that was their first championship in like God knows how long.
Forever, right?
Bill Burr did a whole rant about how all they do is lose, and this is Andrew's equally brilliant.
It's about
point
breaking.
about Philly.
It's about breaking. You have to remove yourself from Philly, and then you will. I mean, look at Corey's dad. That was the point I made. Yeah. Listen, Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bye, Philly. Superstar. Will Smith. Bye, Philly. Superstar.
He had a classic show about leaving Philly.
Listen.
Yeah. The whole premise is
what happens when you get out of Philly.
Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground where I used to spend most of my days.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
And then shit went left.
And then my life went right.
And then I went to Bel Air and I was like, oh, man. I got a rich uncle. I got a mansion.
Listen,
why am I? There's even an episode of The Fresh Prince when his mom comes back.
I remember this.
His mom comes back and he's like, "Yeah, you're about to graduate from high school. College. Can't wait for you to come back and move back to Philly with us." And Will's like, "Oh no, I have a whole life here. I'm pretty sure.
Times have changed.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's like, sorry, I'm not coming back to Philly.
We're not doing it. It's just one of those things. It's rough to be a Philly fan.
I feel for him. I really did feel for him.
And let me say this. I go to Philly all the time. My girl is born and raised there. I'm there all the time. So I need to say this on the record. I don't believe in the Philly curse. Hindus believe in curses. I don't believe in that. As a Hindu, I do believe in karma.
Yeah.
And maybe if you guys stop being such dickheads...
Yeah, booed
bad
Santa
things
Claus.
will stop happening.
Listen,
they booed Santa Claus.
They cheered paralyzed Michael Irvin.
This is not PG-13.
Booed Santa Claus. This is R.
This is R. We're right on the line. We're right on the line.
They threw snowballs with batteries in them at Jimmy Johnson. They're just the worst fans in history.
Oh,
this is going to keep happening.
Listen,
who took this picture? That's what I want to know.
It was at New York Comedy Club. I was taking a dump before I went on stage. This is when I had to poop before I went on stage.
You go pants to ankles in the toilet?
Fam, if you notice, I don't even put toilet paper between the cheek and the bowl.
That's bare cheek.
That's bare cheek on the bowl. If for everybody's listening, they're not watching on YouTube right now, youtube.com/TheAndrewSchultz. But we're looking at a picture of me on the toilet taking a shit. And Alex, not me, don't get me beat up again, but Alex has put underneath my butt cheeks different items from Philadelphia. I guess what you're trying to do is create a metaphor like I'm shitting on Philadelphia. Is that what we're going for right here?
Way to go with that, Alex.
Listen,
it's not. Andrew's not shitting on Philadelphia.
I'm saying
God is shitting on Philadelphia. Bro, stop being so mean. Your solution to this right now, I guarantee you, is I'm gonna fuck both of them up, and then somebody else is gonna break his fucking legs.
You know how mean Philadelphia has to be that they created a fake slogan to make people nice to each other?
Oh, brotherly love?
Brotherly love. There's never been brotherly love in Philadelphia. No, not at all.
You know who Jay-Z went to when he needed some non-brotherly love?
Who's that?
He goes to State Property. You know who State Property is? State Property, there was Rockefeller, there was the glitzy, glamorous, wood drug dealers, but we're classy. We got Emil over here, we got Meth Bleak, we got the hustlers over there. But the grimy, dirty motherfuckers of the Rockefeller?
State Property.
State Property. A bunch of dirty Philly niggas that would rob you.
Yeah.
Also, the only dudes under Jay-Z that are still Baroque.
That too. I mean, hey.
Well, you gotta respect State Property because they didn't try to be anything that they weren't.
Nah,
they said, Jay was like, yo, do you guys want to put out a clothing line? And they were like, yeah. And they're like, what do you want it to be? He goes, mad pockets for drugs. I want stash pockets on the mad. Yo, here's some State Property socks with a stash pocket for your drugs. Literally every piece of clothing had a little pocket within a pocket you could put a dime bag. So shout out to State Property, man. Appreciate you.
Sad.
Look, it is sad. It's just something that I feel like is important for us to address.
So let's talk about it. Do you think the Eagles are done?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've always felt that way. It's not, do you know what I mean?
You just knew it was coming.
Yeah. It's not that, everybody was looking at the turkey in the oven, thinking about how delicious it was going to be when it was finished. But I knew it wasn't going to get finished. So it's just look, shout out to Nick Foles. I wish you the best. I hope that you can bring them to the promised land. But in my personal opinion, Carson is a special guy.
Carson,
and he'll come back and be special.
Yeah,
I don't doubt that. I think this is even crazy to say right now, but I think ACL surgeries are not easy to come back.
It's not what it used to be.
It's not what it used to end your career. And now,
or at the very least, after it would take a year, you'd have to come back a year later, and then that first year back, you wouldn't be the same.
You'd be fucked up.
So 2 years out of your
ACL's like Tommy John now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's like,
well said.
Come back from Tommy John, you can come back from ACL. It's crazy that we're saying this.
It's facts.
But
I remember like when like Penny Hardaway and like Grant Hill, they tore the ACL and their careers were
done, bro.
Donezo.
But what's the difference? That's what I'm trying to understand. Like what?
I mean, better surgery.
I think the surgery, the procedures have gotten better, cleaner. The rehab might be better. I don't know. Like I think
there's this guy Andrews, Dr. Andrews.
Yeah,
Dr. James Andrews from Alabama.
James Andrews from Alabama.
Everybody's shoulders.
Like if you get a James Andrews call, like just the season's done. Like that is like the main, like, that is like a 4-letter word to any athlete. It's like, well, he's meeting with Dr. James Andrews today, and they're like, oh shit.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. See you in 2020.
That also means that the organization wants you back.
Yeah,
because if they give you some not James Andrews,
facts.
If the Knicks are like, hey, Michael Beasley, your knee's fucked up, we're gonna send you to Dr.
Nick Riviera from the Simpsons.
Terrence Hector, Gonzalez. Like, what the fuck is that? That's a very good real talk. Like, if they're sending you to the Dominican Republic to the same doctors doing ass implants and shit like that, they don't give a fuck about you coming back next season. It's James Andrews or
he's the
bust.
only guy.
Real talk.
That's how bad Robert Griffin was. That James Andrews couldn't save him.
Wait, James Andrews did that surgery?
Yeah, he did a surgery. He couldn't do it. Yeah. That's how you know he was finished. That's how you know he was finished. And that's what scares me about this Wentz thing, because he doesn't like rely so much on his legs as much as RG3 did, but he relies a lot on his legs.
And I've been thinking this the whole
time.
I've been thinking this kind of fucked up as a Cowboy fan. I've been like, all right, well, you can't last playing like this, so that's good. Like he's gonna get hurt. He takes shots too. He hangs in the pocket, takes shots. North Dakota tough is cool, but Brett Favre is, you can't just say, oh, he's a tough white boy like Brett Favre. Brett Favre was he's Wolverine.
Yeah, Brett Favre, that's a different guy.
Yeah.
He's built to some,
that's an X-Men.
Different shit.
Yeah, that's a different guy. All right, so they're done. We don't have to take too long talking about it, but it is an interesting thing to speak
I mean,
about.
I had them, they were my not sleeper Super Bowl pick. Between them and the Vikings, they were my Super Bowl pick.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think they could do it just because he's in his second year, and I just didn't see it happening this year.
No Patriots?
No, Patriots against
NFC representative.
NFC representative. I said either the Eagles or the Vikings are going to rep, the NFC. The Patriots are going to walk to
Weirdly,
the Super Bowl.
I don't know why I think Pittsburgh could beat New England. They're like eking out a bunch of games.
They are.
I just have an odd feeling they can do it.
Because they got playmakers, man.
Yeah.
They got playmakers.
Like, come into the playoffs, sometimes you need, and Brady's a playmaker, but like, Bell can rattle off an 80-yard touchdown run. That's
Antonio Brown is an MVP candidate.
Is just, forget it.
Even Juju Smith-Schuster,
Juju's nasty.
He's nasty. It's
Juju Smith-Schuster has the most Jewish name who isn't Jewish. He literally has the word Jew twice. Yeah, twice in the beginning. Jew Smith-Schuster is not Jewish. Like, imagine when he shows up to the meeting, you got a guy, is he dreaded? I don't know if he's
I don't think he has dreads, no.
But he's a black guy. I've seen him right here.
It's like a black hipster, right? His bike to work.
Does he really?
Yeah, he came to our office one time, played knockout with us, and
everybody plays knockout at that.
But he came like during his bye week. I'm like, you could be doing anything right now. This is like the NFL season.
Listen, there's good babkas down the block. He probably wants to get something.
We get a lot of local players that come in, but it's like,
he needs to convert. If he converts to Judaism, he would be one of the biggest. Well, he'd be the biggest Jewish football player outside of Edelman.
Is he Jewish?
Edelman?
Gotta be.
Yes.
Edelman?
Yeah.
For sure. Belichick finds him some Jews, bro.
He finds him some talented white guys, man.
5'10".
If there's
he's
a
at
white
those
guy,
bar mitzvahs looking to see how he's like, well, he can lift that chair up high. Okay, I like him. He's gonna be able to squat a good 400 pounds. Sign him up.
Oh man, strong collarbones on that Jew right there. Just getting that real. Just looks at the most random shit.
On that Jew right there. That's what he said.
Yo, Juju Smith-Schuster. We got to start putting together memes of him with a yarmulke.
Star David.
Exactly.
Instead of like the Pittsburgh Steelers stars, just like the stars of David around them. Yo, just milk it, dude. Like you're in the sports and entertainment industry, man. Like
change it to JEW, not JUJ.
If you really listen, if you're in the entertainment business, you damn sure need to be Jewish.
Listen, let me tell you. If my name sounded even the least bit Jewish,
you rocking with it?
What? Yeah. Hell yeah!
I don't know anybody like that.
If my last name was
in
like,
this room
I mean,
I can't think of
I've
anybody
never met a guy
who has a Jewish last name.
That has a very Jewish name and just kind of ran with it.
Anyway, yeah. It is.
Whatever works for some folks, I guess.
I am going to Israel the 14th.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. Enjoy the home country. Enjoy the old country.
No, I'm still laughing at the term "on that Jew right there." On that Jew right there. Especially coming from Kaz, that was super funny.
That's Staten Island coming out of him, huh? Every once in a while, a little Staten Island sneaks up. They got some collarbones, those shoes, I'm telling you. It's a different type of collarbone that allows you to pick the chair up in the air like that, okay? Listen, no, it's not that you're not as strong as them. It's your collarbones. Tony, your collarbones ain't working like this.
Oh my God!
All right, while we're talking about juice, Miami, Florida. Let's discuss it. Everybody's making this big deal about Derek Jeter. Well, Giancarlo Stanton. We know. Listen, we don't talk about baseball on this podcast. We hate baseball.
We only talk about the Yankees.
We only talk about the Yankees.
Yes, sir.
So Giancarlo Stanton was traded to the Yankees. The Miami Marlins traded him. Now, Derek Jeter is an owner of the Miami Marlins. He trades arguably one of the best players in baseball.
He's the National League MVP.
So
he's at worst the second best player.
59 home runs.
Unbelievable to the Yankees. And of course, everybody's making the statement. You know, once a Yankee, always a Yankee. Thank you, Derek Jeter. You're amazing for doing this. As if Derek Jeter did it in some sort of like hookup for the Yankees. As if he's fucking up his own franchise, the Marlins, just to help the Yankees. What say you guys?
I think he did.
Really?
I think he did, bro. I mean, you'll be surprised how many times this happens in other professional sports.
Ooh,
right?
go. Give me a hot take.
All right, so boom. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics, right? Kevin Garnett. You know what I mean? Kevin McHale gets hired as a GM and coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's in a catch-22 with his player. You're only going to deal with franchises that you're familiar with. You know what I mean? Like, people think that all these pro athletes and pro sports types just have everybody. It's not NBA 2K where you can just call any team and, like, you're just cool with them. Like, no, you're going to call the people that you're comfortable with. So who are you going to call? You're going to call Brian Cashman. Who are you going to call? You're going to call a team that can absorb a
massive contract
like this. I spent 20 years of my career destroying the Red Sox. Am I going to give it to them? No. You know what I mean? So
this is
like,
interesting. Yeah.
And you'll be surprised. It happens a lot. I mean, damn.
Whose phone number you got? You don't have the Arizona Cardinals phone number.
Dog,
you know
anytime this happens, especially if it's a high profile player / front office type. Same thing happened with Jerry West. Jerry West went to go take over the Memphis Grizzlies. Went to go take over the Memphis Grizzlies. Had to get Pau Gasol off the books. What are we gonna do?
Bye.
Send him to the Lakers. I know the Lakers. I'm cool with those guys. Send them over there. And it happens a lot.
Good point. I didn't even think
it happens a lot. And people think like, oh no, it's just Derek Jeter trying to protect. Like, no, dude. Like, I'm doing business with people I'm cool with. And if you want me to get rid of Giancarlo Stanton, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yanks, call him up.
Yeah.
Done deal. You know what I mean?
Fuck.
So it's not as people like it's really as black and white as it seems sometimes. Like some people think it's like, oh no, it's just a coincidence. Like, no,
there's no conspiracy here.
There's no conspiracy
here. The Dodgers
here.
already had a huge salary.
Yep.
They couldn't absorb another big player like him without trading some major pieces. And how many other teams are willing to put up that kind of bread?
And people y'all need to understand like about baseball not having a salary cap. You understand that the Yankees are probably one of the 5 most recognizable brands in America. Like, they're up there with, like, McDonald's and Nike and shit like that. So if anybody could just cough up 280
bang
out of nowhere for an MVP, and you've already built out the right way, you still don't have to pay Aaron Judge yet. You don't have to pay Sanchez yet. You don't have to pay Didi. You haven't paid these guys that you've got through your farm system.
Right.
It's a layup. And they're going to get Machado in a year, too. So it's like the evil empire is back, dude. And it's as American as apple pie, dude. Like, when the Yankees do that. They make sports unfair. And if every league was like this, there would be like 4 good teams. Whatever team's in New York, whatever team's in LA, whatever team's in like maybe like a Houston or Chicago, sometimes
Dallas,
Midwest thing. And you know, that's the way it is. Money talks.
Chicago actually really loyal sports fans, and they haven't had anything since Jordan.
Yeah.
They went to a Super Bowl with a Rex Grossman, like that was going to go well. I would rather go with Nick Foles.
12-9 Super Bowl.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
It's like a first half of a WNBA game.
It's also going to be the score Chiney beats you by 12-9.
9? You think he's putting up 9 points?
Yo, y'all are wild, yo.
9? You're going to score? Okay.
I didn't tell you I had a personal trainer before we started recording?
Listen, she's probably training.
I did front squats with 25 on the bar. Y'all
Watch out now.
Y'all are done, bro.
Watch out now.
Today is done, bro.
Jesus,
Front squat, 25 on the bar like that, holding it like that, and squatting it at the gym. Mad Shorty's looking at me, said, "Are you done with that?" And then adding weight. Can I work in? Adding weight. I gotta take the weight off of the girl. I got a 125-pound Filipino girl. I gotta take weight off of the bar so I can max out on my front squats.
Bro, let me tell you
She
something.
probably takes it off with one hand like, I got you, bro.
Nothing, bro. I gotta use 2 hands for the thing that keeps the weights on. What's that called? A clip?
The clamp?
The clamp?
Yeah.
I tried to do that with one hand. The whole arm started to shake me. The whole arm was shaking. I look around the gym. Yeah, I look around the gym. I was like, yo, is this part of the workout? Yo, I was asking Mike, my trainer. I was like, what's this, forearms? This works for how many of these we gotta do? He's like, just take that off and take the weights off. I was like, all right, bet. Okay, got it.
Let me tell you something. When I first moved to New York, I lived in Harlem, and it hadn't gentrified up that far yet.
Yeah.
So I'm on a gym on like 155th, and let me tell you something that's emasculating is you're working out, and then you see a 65-year-old black woman squatting with weight you're benching or whatever. You know what I mean?
Welcome to my life.
Bro, it is humbling.
But I realized some shit that I didn't know from working out. I don't know how we got to this, but like I've never been able to drop it like it's hot. Not that I tried, but like you know what when girls just drop it.
Yeah, bro, it's impressive, dude.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, I figured it out.
How?
So here's this. I got tight hamstrings, and most guys have tight. We can't touch our toes like they can touch, etc.
Yeah.
That dropping like it's hot shit, and we see them do it in heels, and we're like, how the fuck can they do that in heels? The heels are a cheat.
Really?
When you're up, because what I do for squats, I put a little weight underneath my heels. My trainer gave me this, and all of a sudden, it rights everything in my body. So I'm on this basically on little heels, like those little wedges, like you see the Asian women wear on like a Sunday, like when they go to church. But if you're in a high heel, like a stripper, you know the ones I'm talking about. They got a knee-high skirt and then a little wedge heels, right?
Yeah.
So he goes. But if you got a high heel,
I don't know how we got wedges from.
Bro,
squats.
all I'm saying is if you got a high heel, y'all seen the Asian ladies with the heel is literally a centimeter. It's not even an inch.
Yeah,
it's just to give her a little lift for God, right?
It's a little platform.
Yeah, a little platform for God, right? So this shit right here, if you're on a high, clear heel like strippers, you can squat down. In heels, I could easily drop it like it's hot. easily. I'll have a drop it like it's hot contest with Shanae if she wants afterwards.
Oh God, please.
I'll drop it right now.
Please don't.
I would.
Please don't. I'm good.
I'm in Tim's. That's enough lift.
I'm totally
in a Tim, I could squat. I could do a full squat in a Tim.
I'm thoroughly uncomfortable.
All right, fine. Giancarlo Stanton.
Let me say this. I don't know much about baseball. I've heard it's a fleecing.
Yeah.
But it is ironic that the team fan base this is going to piss off the most is Boston's.
Yeah.
And you guys have the Celtics, who have benefited from a massive... You got a championship off of a KG trade that was bullshit.
Yep.
And also the Patriots, who I actually like, but constantly cheating.
Yeah.
So for you guys to call foul or cry foul is always... It's always a little bit
you already got it good.
You got it good. Also, your other teams all cheat. So don't call this team out for doing some shit that's unfair.
Yeah.
That's all you guys do.
It's like when hot chicks complain about like oppression.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a hot chick.
You're like, you got it good already.
Yeah, I have a bit about
fine.
that.
You know what I mean?
Hot women talking about feminism are like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. Ugly girls will listen. All right, so
yeah.
That's why we gave Lena Dunham all that time.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like you
true.
hear her out.
All right. You know what? I get it. Makes sense.
Okay, now
she's trash.
Yeah, it's so true. It's
she's
so
trash.
true.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but Giancarlo Stanton. Here's my logic on Derek Jeter trading him away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might think that I'm crazy. I think Derek Jeter wasn't willing to share bottle waitresses with another handsome, light-skinned, maybe half black, half white guy.
What is Giancarlo Stanton? He's like, I don't know, black and Cuban, black and something.
Gotta be Latino.
No, he's
Giancarlo?
not even Latino. His name used to be Mike Stanton, apparently, and they changed it to Giancarlo. That's at least what my one friend told me.
So scouts care about him?
Yeah, that Miami demographic. I mean, not for nothing. Like, yo, I don't know. There was that boom during the NBA when they were like, yo, if your last name was like Skanetovic or some shit, they were drafting you.
Boom, let's go.
If I'm a baseball player and I like have like Akash's like, you know,
look,
facial skin color.
Yeah.
I'll throw a Giancarlo in front of my name so people think I'm Cuban.
Vasquez,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll be a Sanchez for a couple of years and just go back to it. Like, get me drafted. Give me this $280 million.
You got to come back to Mike when he comes to New York.
I'll be Mike again.
Yeah. Second you touch down New York, you're Mikey Stanton. Right back.
Man.
Anyway, that's what I think it was. I think Derek. He was like, listen, I like being a man. I don't like anybody else here. And he might have got a girl say no. He might have had a girl say, listen, I'm already with Giancarlo. I can't fuck with you, Derek. Well, okay.
Giancarlo Cruz, Michael Stanton.
Hold on, he's what?
Black, Irish, and Puerto Rican.
Black, Irish, and Puerto Rican. So maybe the Giancarlo came from the Puerto Rican.
But Michael is his middle name, though. It's Giancarlos Michael Cruz Stanton.
Giancarlos Michael Cruz Stanton.
That's too many syllables for a name. You gotta cut that shit down.
Yeah,
Carlos already 2 names in one, then you're gonna add a Michael Cruz?
No.
I ain't gonna front that Puerto Rican in it was a little diluted, but we're gonna run with that when he gets to the Bronx, though. Super gonna run with that. So they're gonna have Fat Joe at his press conference so quick. Throwing up the BX behind him. These Amaro back there.
Squad.
Can't wait, dog.
All right, man.
Can't wait though. But it's fun, man. Like, it's fun when the Yankees are like the favorites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
everybody likes it better.
I don't.
It's what's his face that you like wrestling.
Yeah.
It's the heel.
But it's the heel, but it's also what is you can't see me?
John Cena.
Yeah, he got to win.
He has to win.
You just let him win. It's more fun when he wins.
Every sport is more fun when there's one team that everyone can point at and be like, as long as we beat those motherfuckers.
Bro,
that's why MMA sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually enjoy watching the sport, but they don't have enough dominance.
Yeah.
Right? No matter who it is, they win like 5 or 6 fights and all of a sudden they get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd won for 20 years. 20 years. Think about that. If you put money on every Floyd fight, if that was your investment,
I guarantee you.
It's a good return.
I guarantee you that baseball is going to see. This is not just a big move for the Yankees, but I think it's a big move for baseball in general.
Why?
Because we love shit like this.
Yeah.
We love shit like that. We love when there's a team out there. Like, when did the real NBA boom start, right? Of this current boom that we're in. When LeBron had the decision.
Yes.
And went to Miami. Super team. We love super teams,
of course
dude.
We do. We love dominance.
We say we hate it, but it's like.
We love to hate it.
We love to look at a team. We need a fucking Goliath to our David.
Yeah.
Each and every sport. And if there's not one, it's like, dog, it's not fun. It's not fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, dog, I will go and watch these motherfuckers have batting practice now. You couldn't pay me to go to a Yankee game last year.
True.
I will sit there and watch him and Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez and Didi Gregorius just smash dingers to nobody. And I bet you if they sell tickets to that shit and like have like dollar beers and shit, they will fill that bitch up like hours before the game. You know what I mean? Like, it's got baseball popping again a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, baseball is better, just like football. Football is more interesting when the Cowboys are good.
Baseball's more interesting
when the Yankees are good.
Boxing's more interesting when Floyd is fighting.
Yeah,
you need that. I don't know if it's super villain.
You just need that.
You need something super.
You need that Darth Vader.
Yeah,
you need that head of the evil empire, man. Like,
I think actually Simmons said something like it's almost as fun to root against someone as it is to root for a team.
Of course, as long as
you're more fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When I hated Kobe, that shit was so. Like, I was so into hating Kobe.
Yeah.
The year or 2 or whatever I hated LeBron when he was in Miami, I was so into that.
Same.
That held my interest.
That first year of LeBron in Miami, every away game was a fucking moment, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I drove to Philly because the Knicks game was too far away, just to see that reaction of him like going against
Bron?
When Bron first got to Miami, when it was like the Heatles era, when it was the first year of Wade, Bron, and Bosh. Like, dog, it is fun to root against an empire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause
That's why every other country hates America.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Exactly.
We give you something to live for, okay?
But now they're
Your
just
news
like,
would be much more boring without
If it
us.
wasn't for us, exactly. No, that's a good point. Yeah,
But it's
that's
fun,
another
man.
thing that the world should be thankful for.
But I'll tell you this though. You do have a point with the hoes in Miami, because I heard some stories about
Jeets?
about Stanton.
Oh, about Stan.
Oh,
just taking everything down.
Stan gets it.
I mean, would you not?
Oh no, of course. But are you getting clipped?
Dog, like, first off, you're in Miami.
Yeah. Get everything clipped, yeah.
No, like,
like-
do you get your tubes tied if
yeah.
you're that?
Yeah.
You would, right?
Yeah.
Got to.
But
Because you can reverse it later.
can you? That's the thing.
You don't know.
That's the thing. I'd get some sperm, I'd like you can get your own sperm in a sperm bank, right?
Sure.
So you save your sperm and then you just get it clipped.
Yeah. There's no way you don't do that.
Yeah. Wait, but I don't know. I'll tell you who I wouldn't let do it. Whoever did Cromarties.
Oh God.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys ever watched the show?
No.
Oh,
he has a show.
man. Yeah, he has a show. See, if you watch wrestling, you would catch it. But he has a show that comes on after Monday Night Raw called The Cromarties, where it's exactly what you think it is.
Right.
It's about him and his 95 kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Can they just show his dick?
Like,
I just want to. I know it sounds weird. I just want to see it, dude. It's got to be shaped different or something. It's got to have a hook or something's got to be different about his dick that he gets girls pregnant every single time.
that shit probably looks like a veteran from Vietnam just shaking. It's like, I seen some things, man. just broken and just like.
No, but that shit is like the Punisher. No matter how much you beat it up, he's gonna come.
He's coming back.
He's gonna be
Jason,
stronger than ever.
Slowly walking after you, following no matter what you do.
In the scary movie, they're all wiping their brow like, I'm so glad we got rid of him. And he just
Come out the
water. Like jaws.
Yo, we gotta ask Cromartie. No, when we're ready to have kids, we gotta get Cromartie on here and ask him what the best position is to get
He
a girl
has
pregnant.
to. He has to know all the tricks of the trade. No.
Yeah, just like leaving it in. It's
Like-
really just one trick.
He probably he probably knows right after he splashes.
Yeah, got it.
He's like, yeah, that was good.
No,
one.
he's like Steph. He just
When he
turns
turns
away.
around.
He doesn't even stay there to wait for it. He pulls out. He goes, "Yeah, I got that shit."
Doesn't even wait for the pregnancy test. He's like, nah, that's a boy. That's a boy. It's 6.5
Keeps his
pounds.
wrist up like this. Adam, twins. Let's go for 3.
Right in the gender, the weights. It's like, that's a 7.5 right there.
There you go.
That's
Call him
7.5.
Carl. Damn, Cromartie the legend. We need to get Cromartie.
We will.
Where is he? Is he playing anywhere?
Nah, he's doing
done.
his reality show, man.
At least he got another, check because that's expensive, dude.
boy.
I really think I want to see that scene where he's just taking the check straight from the producer and giving it to his baby mama.
Yeah,
I mean,
wanna know
doesn't he
how
get like
much.
tax breaks on that though? He has to.
Yeah, he's
If
like
it
a
ain't
Mormon.
enough.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no, for real. He's like a Mormon.
Really?
You could profit. No, he isn't Mormon, but like.
Oh.
No, like I'm
Like,
saying,
really?
then it made sense. Like that's the only reason.
Okay.
The only reason this is weird is because he doesn't call himself a Mormon.
Right.
If he called himself a Mormon, he's a man of God, right? Instead of like a heathen going around knocking up girls all over the place, he's a man of God. He's a religious man. He's going to heaven. He's
Born in
spreading his seeds.
Montana.
Gotta
and
marry
shit.
him,
Like,
though.
oh, okay,
Dude,
makes sense.
what if none of his kids end up playing a sport?
Oh God.
What a waste of raw athleticism. Like, imagine how athletic you are that your sperm is athletic. That, like, your sperm gets to the egg.
Just sprinting for the egg, like,
yeah, fuck out of here,
Swim
dog.
stroke. This is good.
Reading the defense. Oh, pH balance. Fuck out of here, pH balance. We get right there. Uterine lining. I'm sliding in safe.
Oh my god.
Oh man, yeah, no, that'd be a complete waste. If I had
yeah.
14 kids
Oh.
and not one of them
on,
was
guys.
to use my God-given talent that I've bestowed upon you.
Come on now.
I can hear Jermaine typing an email to us right now.
It's happened. You know what? Yeah.
But think about, like, and what about the girl? I guess the girls, they would like to get pregnant. Well, if you're having sex with him.
I mean, he doesn't have that many baby moms. I think it's like just 3 or 2.
It's like 5, I think.
It's 5.
He's up
Whoops.
there. Yeah, he's up there.
He got a lot with one lady, but then I think the rest.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know he has, because
The
he has
last
it
one
with the wifey.
With the wifey, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
compliment.
a dope ass wifey, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine being like,
Yo, it is a dope ass wifey to like pay the doctor on the side to not cut your balls off. Like, you go in to get the surgery, and then she hits him off like a cool 10 grand. Leave them balls intact.
To his credit, he hasn't impregnated anybody else since he's been with his wife. He's been faithful, it seems.
Yeah.
Good for him.
The bar is low.
I mean,
to his credit, he was doing what he's supposed to do.
After your 14th kid, maybe you're like, oh, maybe I should just stick this one out.
Damn, get head. If I have more than 6 kids, I'm not fucking no more. I don't even trust it. I won't even put it in the butt. I won't. I'm like, that's just too close.
Like,
yo.
you sure?
Some
you
drippage. I'm not playing around.
Oh no, it's gonna seep down in there.
Exactly. We're not letting gravity take over.
We gotta stop. NC-17. Keep it on. Keep it on.
We're training.
We're learning, guys. We're learning. We're
consensually, of course, guys.
Consensually, at all times. Yeah.
All right.
Where we at with it?
I don't know. I mean, there's different. Let's talk about Zebo trying to check Boogie.
That was dope.
That was fantastic to me, man.
I mean,
I think it comes at a beautiful time. I don't know if you guys are on Twitter today or on any interwebs, but there was this little boy by the name of Keaton something. Do you know the guy, Alex? It was like some little boy. Yeah. He got he made this viral video. I guess his parents made this viral video of him like crying. And talking about how bullies should, I saw
that. What was that about? Because I saw him crying in the car and like his head is kind of. Yeah,
like I guess like he got, I guess he got bullied in school, whatever. And like, it's I think his name was Keaton or something like that.
Keaton, bully.
Keaton.
Keaton.
And like Keaton Jones, there you go, Keaton bully video. So like we're all like feeling super bad for this kid, and it looks terrible. And we're like, oh man, this poor little boy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
He's got a scar on the side of his head. He's got a cleft palate.
Yeah, get emotionally invested because I can't wait to drop this hammer on you. Get in there. Sad, right? Feel bad?
What'd they do to you at lunch?
Put milk on me and put hand up my clothes.
No, get in there. Get Get emotionally invested like I was. Get in there.
Why did they do it to me? And I'm pretty sure no one did they do it to other people. It's not okay. Different. Don't need to be criticized about it.
Sad as hell, right?
I think I'm laughing because it's killing me inside to watch it.
Sad as hell. No, guys, trust me. It gets better. It gets better.
Don't let it bother you. Stay strong, I guess.
Stay strong, I guess.
I think he said they suck.
But I'll probably get better one day.
Sad as hell, man. Sad as hell. So a bunch of celebrities see this video. They start like a bunch of pro wrestlers, bunch of NFL players, NBA players, inviting him to games, inviting him to.
Hold on one second.
God damn it, Alex. Well, I'll just fuck with you. It's all good. So they're all these NBA players and NFL players were reaching out to him about like how they were bullied when they were younger and like, don't bother him and They're like inviting him to like come to NBA games, NFL games.
I saw somebody tweet something like "Come to the game." When
Captain America reaches out to him like, "Hey,
Chris Evans,
like, yo, we'll invite you to the Infinity War premiere." All this type of stuff. So here's when the jig starts getting fishy, right? Mm-hmm. So his parents puts out a GoFundMe link for, hey, donate to this kid, yada, yada, yada. We're going to put it towards his college funds and stuff like that, right?
Okay, yeah. So
UFC fighter by the name of, I want to say Weidman or Joe something. I don't know.
Chris Weidman?
It wasn't Chris Weidman. It was some Joe something. I don't know. It invites him to a fight, right? It's like, I want to, when I was bullied, I learned Brazilian jiu-jitsu and all this other stuff. Like, we'll teach you. So the mom DMs him. Is like, oh, sorry, we just like money. It's like, that's odd. Why would you? We're trying to help this kid. It's about the kid right now. It's really not about the money. He's like, yeah, well, I'm poor, but I'm not rich like you guys. So we just really like the money. So he screenshots the joint, right? Puts it out there, and then he's recording the video. And in the same DM, the mom goes, what happened to us whites sticking together and keeping these people away from us? do a little bit more digging. They go into her Facebook page, Confederate flags flying, fucking Trump support type shit, fucking all this type of shit, right? All of a sudden, everybody's like, the whole thing blows up in their face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it all leads me to the Zebo thing about the bullies getting bullied type of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, how are you going to tell your, and apparently apparently the kid was saying some not so nice things about people of color.
So that's
okay.
And the jig is like, all right, first off, you not only did you exploit your kid for money and fame or whatever, or going viral for whatever, but you are also not really learning a lesson about bullying. You know
right,
what I mean?
like he even said, why do you treat people like shit because they're different?
Yeah.
And so you're saying, so here's the thing, there's two different things. Like the mom can be a piece of shit, and then the kid can also be bullied.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Right, and then still go through it. Now, if the kid is out here talking shit about, minorities,
allegedly,
et cetera,
I didn't bring that up because it hasn't been proven.
Yeah, that's alleged. Right. And also, I still kind of feel bad for the kid because he doesn't know any better.
Yeah, he doesn't know better.
He's just repeating what his dumb bitch mom is saying.
And clearly he's got some physical handicaps,
and
right?
I also have a hard time believing he's that good of an actor.
Yeah.
That he could bully. That's like sociopathic, and I've never met a sociopath with a cleft palate.
That's Joaquin Phoenix levels of acting, bro.
I don't know, bro. That looked like, you guys have done TV a lot.
That's phenomenal.
That kid,
I can't cry.
That kid was crying already when the video was rolling.
Of course.
Yeah, that looked like the fourth or fifth take to me, bro.
Listen, I'll tell you.
That looked like the fourth or fifth take to me, dog.
As people who have acted, even if that's your fourth or fifth take, give that kid a fucking Oscar.
Yeah, that's hard, bro.
I don't care how racist he is.
Yeah.
Put him in a movie.
I keep it.
He could be in my movie anytime, bro.
I keep it a stack. Like, I'm pretty sure, if I'm a parent, the last thing I'm going to do is, if my kid is getting bullied, put that video
Mom
online.
Is garbage.
So he gets cyberbullied. Because even if you're getting all the support from these famous athletes and art and all that stuff, there's that other half of people who are still going to talk shit and laugh and point them out and all this other stuff. So it's like, why are you setting, is money that important that you're setting
Two things can be
up?
true. That's all I have to say about this, is that the mom can be a piece of shit that's taking advantage of her son, manipulating him and trying to get some sort of monetary gain out of it. Mm-hmm. And the kid could have a rough time at school because he looks kind of goofy. Mm-hmm. He's got scars on his head and he's got a scar on his lip. He talks a little bit different, right? So both of these things can be true. The mom is a piece of shit. Does that mean that, we should treat the kid like a piece of shit?
Keep that same energy when we're talking about LeVar Ball, then.
Real talk.
If that's how you're gonna hold it.
What do I say?
No, I'm just saying people in general.
No, but what do I say about
LeVar? We're all team Big Baller Brand
exactly,
here. But I'm just saying other people have spoken just like you.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, just because the parent's a piece of shit doesn't mean the kid. But yeah, motherfuckers are coming at Lonzo's neck doing all the type of shit.
And I've said it on this exact podcast, and it's like, we talk even about Game of Thrones, but it's like, don't punish the son for the father's
sins of the father.
Sins of the father.
Yeah.
And it's like, but even about Zoe, if we want to talk about it, this is an ideal kid. Yeah. So the kid likes to rap. What kid doesn't like to rap? We all like to rap at that age. It was a fun thing to do. But he's a consummate professional, shows up at every game. He tries his hard. So what? He can't shoot yet. Okay, he can't shoot. But in every press conference, he's distinguished, eloquent. He does nothing to criticize him, and you're criticizing because of the dad.
Because of dad, yeah.
Now, I actually liked the dad.
I loved it.
I don't like this mom.
I'm not a huge fan of the dad, but Lonzo's such a good kid, it makes me look at LeVar differently.
Yeah.
And I don't care for LeVar, but you look at Lonzo.
Yeah.
And part of me was like, I would like to see him flame out. Part of me is like, nah, man, this is a good kid.
Yeah.
He's a good, well-mannered, wise kid, it seems like. And then I look at that kid and I'm like, well, maybe LeVar ain't that bad. You raise a kid like this.
Exactly. That's my thing. It's like, if he's such a bad dad,
why the kids so good?
All the kids are model kids from what I can see. So I say all that.
Stealing in China.
Whatever.
Yeah, kids
he did snitch like a good kid. He was like, it wasn't me. It was them too. I just joined in. Yeah, you didn't see the video? And he was like, yeah, they started it first, so then I just joined in and yada yada yada.
Oh no, I didn't see the snitch.
That's still, now you raised a snitch.
Good kid, man. Get your money.
All right, so with this kid,
So
his mom's a piece of shit.
Okay.
Mom's a piece of shit, obviously, for many reasons. Not only is she a racist, but she's also like, trying to exploitative of children, her son. And we don't know, is the kid saying fucked up things? Until I know
apparently
that,
the kid put out a press release, which is hilarious.
Kid didn't put out a press release. That's the thing. No, someone put out a press release for the kid. Kid didn't write the fucking press release.
I say all that to say this.
Yeah.
Zebo and Boogie cousins, right? Bullies get bullied. Mm-hmm. We were all kids one day. Yeah. How did you ever get bullied? Did you deal with bullying before? Yeah. Like, what was Akash, what was your
I'm a little
experience?
dude, and then I moved in 11th grade. It was just a different town in Dallas, like a different suburb, but now there's mad brown people there. When I went, it was me, one other Pakistani dude, and then a brown girl named Natasha Singh, who I still have no fucking clue what she looks like. I just see her artwork in the hallway, get real excited, wonder if she was cute, and then I would never see her ever. But after 9/11, you went through some shit.
Yeah.
Like, they hadn't seen me before. They had seen Mexicans, a lot of Mexican people there, hadn't seen me, so you got bullied. And personally, I think it was actually good for me because enough of that happens, and I wasn't really that proud of being Indian until enough of that happened, and I was like, oh, I'm never going to be them. Gotcha. I'm always different. So for me, it was and I think a very good experience in the end.
Okay.
So it gave you character or something.
It gave me a sense of, okay, I am different. That's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, then I started getting really proud of my culture and my roots and all that stuff, and it turned out to be beautiful for me.
I mean, you guys are comics. I feel like a lot of comics go through some sort of bullying or like bully other people. But like, I don't know. Like when I grew up, and maybe this is my form of fucked up thinking. Like, it wasn't bullying to me. Like, it was like when you're in the lunch table and you're just shit talking each other and like just like flaming each other.
Let's go.
That's just what we did. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm putting this guy's fucking naked pictures on Facebook so everybody like that. Yeah, that's some awful shit. But if it's like it's like dog, if you're talking shit about how big my nose is and I can't talk about like how you look like, Howard the Duck or something like something. If we're just like snapping like we're just snapping, you know what I mean? But sometimes to some people like looking back, they're gonna look at it and be like, yeah, like some people may not take it as well. Some people probably put on a good face and like act like they're cool with it, and then when they go home, they're probably like telling their parents all the time, like, yeah, man, these guys keep fucking with me at school. That's bullying.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I grew up in a similar environment as you in that, like, what we just called, jonesing bullying. Yeah. Or no, we just called bullying Jones, and we just busting balls.
We just called it scoring.
Et cetera. So, like, that was my expectation of friendship, to be honest with you.
Same.
And the rest of my life has been a kind of like, how do I say, like a testing ground. Whenever I meet people, it's like, how sensitive do I need to be? How much do I need to accommodate your feelings? And if it's too much, I can't be your friend. And
I mean, we can be friends.
You're better at this.
There's a certain level where I know I can't really
put it this way. I can't go deep. Like, what I'm trying to say, I can't go deep with you. Like, even, like, right now, there's a group chat earlier today. We're all in our 30s. And we're all in our 30s. I just want to preface this. And, successful people in this group chat. And my friend had hip surgery, and we just call him One Hip. Right? And today, shout out to my boy Jason. Lovingly, this is our boy. You know what I mean? Like I love this kid. I love his father. Like, this is my boy. We went to the fight. You see him on my Instagram. We were at the fight last week. Yeah. 2 weeks ago, but he had hip surgery because he's a piece of shit and he got a shitty ass hip, so we call him One Hip. My friend drew a picture with his finger on the iPhone of a hip joint and just sent it to the group chat, and then they did a quote thing. All I got is one hip.
But that's what we did, though.
Constantly, I can't wait for him to say a little thing because I have one. I'm just gonna be like, listen, you are a one hip wonder. You think about it. I already got shit ready for the next time he talks. Now he's trying to come back. He's destroying me, saying I got a big nose. This, that. He's destroying my friend. Like, we're just being viciously mean. Yeah. But there's something about that. Being viciously mean to each other, this kind of bullying that creates a closeness.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can say anything that I want to you. And once I feel like I can say anything I want to you without you being bad, I feel like I can be myself around you. And then I've created the comfort that I need for friendship. If I'm walking on eggshells, and this is the same thing in relationships too. If I'm walking on eggshells, I can't be comfortable, and then without comfort, I can't build anything with you. Serious. Anything serious.
Right. You're saying the foundation is built on eggshells. That's going to break.
Facts. There you go.
But with friendship as opposed to bullying, there's also a love. There's like... It's a love
we
and a
bully
hate
you.
thing.
If somebody else bullies you, we beat them up.
We'll fuck them up.
Yeah,
exactly.
Bullies aren't looking at it like
that's
that.
always fun when you're making fun of your friend and then like an outsider
Like,
goes,
yeah,
look at his nose. You're like, who the fuck are you? You fat motherfucker. That's our one hit. You don't call him one hit.
That's all we did. But there was also usually I think there's like, all right, we get comfortable with each other, then we make fun of each other.
Yeah.
Then the more comfortable we are with each other, the more ruthless we get. Bullying is just, I don't know you, I'm going to treat you like shit, not any testing around, just immediately.
Yeah.
That's bullying. This ain't bullying.
I never understood that.
But I don't know. But I mean,
What does that do? What does that do for people? What do they get out
It's a
of
power
that?
thing, I think.
I don't
Like
know.
Louis C.K. jerking off in front of people. It's a power thing.
So he was just a
He's
bully?
just bullying.
Yeah, he was just bullying these women, just
That's it.
splashing off of them.
It's
Terrible.
It's either bullying or it's cuck rape. One of the two. It's just
No, but I don't know. I think we all just
bully.
like, you know, it's weird because like I had like a different type of bullying growing up.
Yeah.
Like I grew up mostly in Staten Island before I went to high school in Jersey.
Yeah.
And while I was in Staten Island, it was mostly white guys, right? And their type
Italians.
of Italians,
Yeah.
the you know, lots of Italians. And the way they fucked with me was just being the only black dude all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they would fuck with me like that. They would never like physically harm me though. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where we kind of get that you know, that leg up on, I guess, you know, other people who may not be as like, I don't know, physically imposing or like do sports or anything like that. There was little certain things that, you know, if you were physical or you showed that like you weren't to be fucked with, it would only go so far. Right? So like to me, there was that one kid who did take it too far, right? Like fucking, I'll never forget it. I was in the schoolyard and I was with these pretty white girls and somebody threw a banana. Somebody threw a banana at my head.
Yo, Schultz almost spit up his water.
I'll never forget this shit, dog.
They even got bananas in Nigeria?
Oh, no.
He brought it from home.
Get your racism right, bro. You got bananas out here, man.
First off, we do have bananas in Nigeria, you racist
I
ass.
thought bananas is coming from Chiquita. I don't know where the fuck Chiquita at, but I didn't think it was Nigeria.
Oh, you ass.
Bananas come from Chiquita, bro. That's
Bananas a lot of places.
Also, he wasn't, racists aren't smart enough to say, oh, he's Nigerian.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was just like
no.
black
He's
dude.
It was like
Oh.
they threw the banana at me, called me a monkey, and then
Son,
it was
that's
like
European racism.
it was like,
son.
oh, all right. I got up, I chased him around the schoolyard.
Yeah.
My principal sees me. I'm not stop. Usually the principal says, calm down.
Nope.
Stop. I did not stop. I got him. I beat the snot out of him.
Yeah.
Luckily, these pretty white girls saw me. Once that black, I pulled into the principal's office because it looked crazy. Big black man chasing this little white boy around, beating the snot out of him. Looks terrible, right?
Yeah.
Luckily, these pretty white girls were around. They came and they were like, no, he threw a banana at him and called him a monkey. He was like, this is what happened? It's like, yeah, but this is what happened. It's like, and he starts crying and then he was like, Kazim, go home. You're free to go. That kid got suspended.
Of course, he should have got
and it's like, I mean,
yeah.
they wouldn't have believed me though. They
That-
believed
that
the little,
kid learned a
the little white
valuable
girls are my alibi right there.
Yo, shout out to white girls. You know, they're reversing the Emmett Till situation.
They could have bodied me, dog. They could have
really
put me under the schoolyard.
He was eating a banana, and all of a sudden a white man walked by and he started beating him up. We didn't understand what it was. No, but that guy learned a valuable lesson. That you cannot, you know, about prejudice just in general, right? Which is like you can't just be prejudiced, but also if he was prejudiced, he would have known that you were faster than him. It's like
This is facts.
he wasn't racist enough. You know what I mean?
Like-
If he was a real good racist,
Be
he
good
would've-
at racism.
Like,
If you're
yeah,
a racist, be good at
Like
it.
I was like 10 at the time. You're not gonna throw something and beat me in a foot race. Are you kidding me? And he had to-
African?
and he like think about it.
They
He-
do have stamina. Holy shit.
like think about it. He threw it, so that means he had like a good couple steps head start. So I got up and I still I hawked him like he was like I was fucking Akeem Talib, dog. Just got on his ass.
Give me your chain, boy.
Like, give me that shit, motherfucker.
Rip that stupid Italian horn chain that they all wear.
Yeah, man.
That bullhorn shit that Italians all have.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. But yeah, no, sometimes bullies get bullied, man. And, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. Like, I feel bad. And I don't know why we're gonna keep talking about the bullying stuff, but like, I kind of feel bad and I don't want to feel like that old guy that's just like, man, are kids just like soft now? Or did we really just, what we doing just considered bullying? Yeah. And people were just like tough enough to be like, oh, okay, these guys are doing it, but they're my friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's a difference, man. You know the difference as a dude who talks a lot of shit and also went to redneck high school and was 5'2" and fat. You knew the difference between someone teasing you that was a friend and someone bullying you. Yeah. It's pretty obvious. First of all, we all just sense energy. There's an aggression with bullying. Talking shit is playful. Yeah. Like, we just laughed at Kaz, a very traumatic event in his life.
Like, I still remember it all these years.
You put yourself in that situation. That's an incredibly traumatic thing to happen. At age 10, that shapes your worldview.
Oh, facts.
We find that hilarious for that exact reason. But it's like a playful ththing. It's not like I laugh. I don't know. It's just, you know the difference. You just sense it.
Yeah. But I also think there's a fine line. Like, I think there's something about bullying that requires repetition. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? True. Like if you every day are shitting on this poor kid, that's bullying. Yeah. But if someone says something dumb in class and you just got a funny response,
and
to
how
what
do
they
you
said
take
that was
him
dumb,
saying shit back to you?
Right. But like, if it's a one-time response to you saying something dumb, it's not bullying. It's you're just taking advantage of a funny moment, right? Yeah. You don't have a personal vendetta against said person. But if a kid's like gay or some shit like that, and every day you're coming to school and you're calling them words, you're making them feel uncomfortable for that. Yeah, I guess that's bullying. I've just never understood that. I've never really seen that. Like
I've never seen like someone's lunch money actually get taken from them.
There's a weird thing in New York.
Yeah, it's weird.
There's a weird thing in New York. It seems like everybody's a dick to you. And then you're a dick back to them, and then that's
like,
what life is. That's how we interact.
Social contract.
Yeah, it's not. This isn't malicious. I don't hate you. I'm just a dick, and then you're a dick back, and then we build a friendship via that route.
Dicks.
Yeah.
Well, we're all just a big family of dicks.
Too many people to be nice. It's like I think there's too many people in too small a place for politeness. It's easy to be polite in the suburbs when you only see like 10 people a day.
I said that exact thing to you. I can hold the door open for someone in Texas, and there's one person walking through that door. I hold the door open for someone at the Port Authority.
This is something that I always explain to people that come to New York City. They're like, how is it that you don't, how are the people are rude, et cetera, like that? And it's just like, it's not economically possible to be nice to this many people. You can't efficiently get to your destination by saying hello to everybody and waving and doing all these things. So we just ignore, because that's how you move throughout your day. It's a really nice, it's like fish. You ever see fish in the ocean? They don't stop and fucking say hello. There's 1,000 fish.
Schools, man.
Yeah, schools. Just like, yo, we out. You know what I mean?
Synchronized like shit. Like, nah, man, we got shit to do, bro.
We care about those sharks. Anyway, so Zebo tried to let Boogie know that Boogie can't be a bully.
We're all back here again.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot to it besides the fact that Zebo, is a real certified street dude, and he let Boogie know.
Yeah.
That being said, Boogie will smash
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but
in a fight?
I don't think so.
If it's just fists,
I don't think so.
How? No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, please. Tell you why.
I'm running super late. I gotta leave after this.
All right, I'll make it quick. Boogie's been a highly recruited player his entire life, right? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he's been through some tough guy situations, but not like Zebo. Right. Like, Zebo got pinged this summer with weed. Yeah. Like, right. Zebo was still very much out here.
$100 million still selling weed.
Motherfucker still has a burner phone. Yeah, he's from, I want to say Saginaw. Is he from Saginaw, Michigan? Or some real rough part of fucking Michigan. Yeah. Like, there's a handful of real tough guys in the NBA. Zebo is right there. Like, actual,
Remember when y'all said Draymond could beat up Boogie? Yeah. And I said there's no fucking chance. Yeah. Zebo got a chance. Draymond, you don't hear about Draymond fighting and like actually being like a thug type dude. Yeah. You hear that shit about Zebo.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between being a thug dude and being able to fight. I just don't see Zebo having the athleticism to fight.
He doesn't have the athleticism to be in the NBA.
That's the thing.
But he still gets it done.
Yeah, right. He got 35.
He got 35 and 13. Great game. Look, I love Zebo. I'm a big fan of his game, and I especially the older I get, the more I appreciate guys who just don't have athleticism but can get the job done. That being said, I think he might be a certified street dude. I think he might be willing to do street shit. I think he might be willing to take it there. But in a hand-to-hand combat situation, I just can't fathom him beating DeMarcus. DeMarcus Cousins is massive.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter a lot of times.
In a fight?
Sometimes it does not matter.
Peace,
it does
man.
not
Be
matter,
good.
bro.
I gotta go.
All right, bro.
God bless everybody. Sorry,
definitely. That doesn't matter a lot of times, man. Like, Zach Randolph. Like, first off, look at the contrast from last week when Boogie went to the smoke with KD, right?
Oh, yeah.
On his face, all of this stuff. Like, this is the look of somebody who does not want the smoke. Right here. He is not looking you in the eyes. Yeah. He's like, man, I'm just not trying to get a technical foul, man. I'm trying to say this. Like, and then, when you see this clip, Zebo said, from where I'm from, bullies get bullied.
Yeah.
Bullies get bullied. He said it twice.
Yeah.
That second one was like, oh, he meant that shit. Like, he means people like you, I fuck up on the regular.
I don't know. There's something about it that makes me feel like he wouldn't do it. Like he might kidnap your family or like have somebody do that shit. Like, you know, like I don't think he'd take it there physically, but maybe he would have some goons do something to people you care about, so you don't want to step down. It's like the little dude. Like growing up, there was always a little dude that was maybe 5'3", but he carried a pistol.
Yeah,
and you know he had that Napoleon complex. He was about that life.
He always had to prove himself.
Exactly.
Always had to prove himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like you don't fuck with because some crazy shit could happen.
Motherfucker's crazy.
Exactly. But you can beat him up.
Yeah.
We're going to beat him up in the fight.
So you think he's the little dude with the pistol?
I'm not saying he's a little dude. He's fucking 6'10".
He's a massive man.
Massive man. That being said, I feel like he would go as crazy as somebody with a pistol. Because if you're worth $100 million and you're willing to still be involved in the drug trade, you're not going to be making the best decisions.
Allegedly.
Of course. Well, no, factually, right? We saw he got caught with it. Unless he bags up his own marijuana like vitamins. Do you have daily vitamins?
I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that one. I ain't no snitch this week.
No, not this week. See, he's crazy. You're not snitch when it comes to the real ones.
You see, listen, I will snitch on child molesters all day long. I will snitch on child molesters all day long. D-boys, I'm good. I don't know nothing, officer. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, what you're talking about,
See, the
bro.
fear works.
I'm good.
We got Loopy coming in. Hopefully he's not going to be too late, but Loopy had a little beef with KD this week, so
that was intense.
Yeah. Yo, you know who's playing incredibly well?
Who?
Your boy James Harden is just playing so cute out here.
He's been cute. Some real cute hoops.
He's been playing some cute ass hoops, bro. Yo,
listen. I seen him do something to the Trailblazers this week.
You saw when he made my man do a split?
Oh my god!
But cute though, he didn't drop him.
Nah.
He placed him there like a ballerina.
Like he laid him down very slow.
Yeah, soft.
It wasn't like in a violent ankle break.
Nah,
because here's the thing: when you're guarding James Harden, you're not like
no.
He just lulls you to sleep, and then you reached one time too far.
Yeah.
And it's like, boop, gone.
Yeah, and he did like a yoga pose. It wasn't
cute.
It was so cute. Yo, it was adorable. I watched the play and I literally was like, aw. Aw, you incredible offensive player, you.
This guy, man.
Look how adorable he is.
But you know what? We need to keep the foot. I think it's our responsibility of this show.
Yeah, talk to me.
To keep the foot on the necks of the media to make sure James Harden gets his MVP. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if we get to a point, like, his game is so cute. It's the cutest game ever.
Cuddly.
Right? It's super cuddly.
It's a labradoodle.
But I feel it's a little poodle. It's one of these things, right? It fits in your pocket. It's beautiful. You want to
go like that. You want to go like that. Hey, the
cutest little game. But I'll tell you this. Yeah. James Harden has a type of game where all it would take is like a 1 or 2 week insane stretch from like a LeBron James, a Kyrie Irving, a Stephen Curry. Then they'd be like, oh man, he's the MVP. You know what I mean?
For Steph Curry or LeBron to be the MVP and not James
Harden.
Yeah, everything's working against
him. For
him.
some reason, and we spoke about this before, there is something where people don't have him looking the part as an MVP player. For some reason.
We already said why.
And we get it because
it's a cute. He's a cutesy game. I personally, you disagree, but I personally think he's the best offensive player in basketball.
I disagree slightly, but too far off.
There.
It's like you're not gonna. Yeah. I'm not gonna die on the sword for that. I'm like, all right, I'll ride with that.
Unbelievable offensive ability. It just happens to be less ferocious.
Yeah.
Less. What would you call Kyrie's game? I wouldn't call it ferocious, but
I would say Kyrie's more relentless.
Relentless,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
He has that type of game where it's like there's been times this season he does look like a 6'2" Kobe. Where it's like he looks like Kobe just in a smaller package, and it's like we've seen that before.
Yes.
I can see that being an MVP type player, especially when you have the story of this new band of brothers in Boston, and you lost Gordon Hayward, and you're the top team in the East, and you're beating teams soundly, and you got these young pieces. They're the third or fourth youngest team in the entire league. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like I can see, and Kyrie took on that challenge of leaving the current Eastern Conference, the best team in the Eastern Conference, to go and become the best team in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. I can see why people look at that and be like, that's the MVP. But we just take his game, his cute game, for granted.
Looking at it objectively, removing cuteness from everybody's game, removing the adjectives from everybody's game. MVP at the moment.
Of course. Absolutely. And it shouldn't really be close, to be honest. But the thing is, when you look at, and I think that's probably the issue.
Even right now, he looks like he's about to pick up one of those, you know, those little puffy flowers that you could just blow all the stuff away. What is it?
Dandelion? Dandelion?
I don't know if it's a dandelion, but it's one of those little. And
when you make a wish, and you go, and it flutters away.
That's when you know, it's like when LeBron scores, it feels like thunder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And when Harden scores, it feels like a petal.
Feels like a daffodil.
Yeah, it's like he loves me not. You know what I mean? Like that's like every time he scores, he goes, he loves me. Like that's how I feel. That being said, he's the best at scoring.
He's the best at that shit.
He's the best. It's unbelievable. The little step back three. I wonder if he was a righty. You know how like lefties always seem a little bit softer?
Yeah, I think so.
And it is weird because if you watch their game in a mirror, their jumpers look normal.
Yeah.
It's just because we're seeing it with the left hand.
If you do it on 2K and you pick the James Harden, shooting form, and just make it right-handed, it looks like normal shot.
Completely normal shot. But there's something about lefties when they shoot, it looks like they're way twisted. Yeah. They're twisted like a 45-degree angle. Like no lefty looks like he has good form.
Yeah, it just looks off. Like it's like, oh, that's
odd.
Like it's different. Like when you're playing with, like you play a shit ton of basketball. Like when you're playing with a lefty, it's like everybody, if you're playing defense, like you're trying to force somebody to the baseline or force them to a trap and all that type of stuff. But when you're playing against a lefty, you're just off balance a little bit.
It's like they're shifty, but they're not.
Yeah, and it's even if it's like, if it takes that extra second for you to adjust to a left-hander. Yeah. A guy like James Harden, that little extra second is all you need. Like,
that's it.
1 second is like, boom, gone. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's weird. It's weird.
Here's the question. If he didn't have the beard, how cute would the game be? It would be an Instagram filter. There'd be little hearts floating around his face if he didn't have that beard. Thank God. I mean, he's kind of low-key brilliant to realize how cute his game was early on.
Yeah. He branded the shit out of that beard and made sure that was essential to not only his game. I almost think he has a psychological advantage to referees with his beard for some reason.
Why?
Because, like, when he drives to the hoop, all he doesn't really like flail. He just kind of like jerks his head up.
The beard.
He just lifts the beard like, you know what I mean? And he gets to the line 30 fucking times a game.
Dude.
And it's like,
no, this is you got a great point. Not just the beard, the cute game.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Cute dudes get fouled.
Yeah.
LeBron never gets fouled.
Nothing.
You got to damn near decapitate LeBron for him to get an and one call.
You look at Porzingis now.
Shout out to Porzingis. I like
thank you. He gets to the line. He gets mad superstar calls now.
Yes.
Because everything he does is very cute. Little turnaround.
Embiid.
Boom. Embiid.
Cute.
Every time.
Cute.
Touches. You know what I mean? Like, the beard is very much a part of his game. I honestly don't think he would get as many calls as he does if he was a clean-shaven basketball player.
I think he'd get more. I think he'd look even cuter. I think the beard gives him a little bit of a tough look, but the game itself does lend itself to calls. He's not dunking on dudes.
No, I mean, he'll dunk on some dudes, but he's not like LeBron dunking.
No.
But who is LeBron dunking? He's not Westbrook dunking. He's not.
Fair enough.
Even KD's a little bit like when he gets to the rack, he throws it pretty hard. You know what I mean? But James is just very elusive and just, like he moves like very slinky and just You know, it's just not. We like force. We like to feel like a player is a force of nature.
Yeah.
When they're going to the hoop, that's why we love the Westbrook Classic. That's why LeBron's the shit. That's why we
want consent in every other aspect of life. We are all about consent
except
on this show,
MVPs.
but except our basketball player.
Yes.
We want you going to the rim non-consensually. It should be #MeToo every time you dunk a basketball.
You want to take it to the hole with the Faraz? No, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that one. I'm letting that go.
But for real, what do we love about Westbrook? It's like somebody tried to deny him. I mean, what do we love about dunks in general?
Dunks in general are fun to watch because they're ferocious.
Someone's trying to stop you, and you overcome.
Mm-hmm.
It is war.
It's like you're punching somebody.
It becomes boxing for a fraction of a moment. Yeah. It's not a metaphor for fights.
That's why people getting dunked on look so great, because you look like you're literally getting punched in midair.
Knock the fuck out. You fall to the ground. You get to stand over them, like Ali over, who was it? Liston.
Sonny Liston and shit. Like, that's why we love dunks. And James Harden's never been that type of, like, dunker.
But is it something we're holding against him? Probably.
The media is, not us.
Not us.
He's our MVP.
Game recognized game. For real. You have anything to say about Baker Mayfield? How do you feel about this kid?
If Baker Mayfield looked like Lamar Jackson, he wouldn't be the Heisman.
So the stats don't justify it.
No, the stats justify it. But if
it wouldn't be as exciting.
I hate to make it
the racial argument.
Racial.
Listen, race plays a part in everything.
Race plays a big part, especially in college football.
Sure.
Especially at the quarterback position.
Here's what I'll say about, like, making the argument for race. I think race plays a part in everything. What troubles me is when people deny any other argument.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about the racial argument, and then let's talk about the other possibility. I'm not saying you would do that, but there are certain people that are so tied and tethered to only the racial argument, you can't bring up something else.
All I'm saying about Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson is, all right, granted, Baker Mayfield taking his team to the championship playoff, had a bunch of amazing Heisman moments, which people talk about. You know what I mean? He has the numbers to back it up. Like, obviously, obvious choice to be the Heisman winner, right? That being said, if he's over here grabbing his dick after throwing a touchdown, planting a flag on the opposing team's field, talking crazy, like just being wild, like being full nigga, being a nigga, you know what I mean? Like, if Baker Mayfield, like if anybody else, if Lamar Jackson acted like that, he would be top. They wouldn't even invite him to New York. They'd be like, oh, well, you put up good numbers, but no.
So
you know what I'm saying?
His off the field antics don't count because he's white, whereas a black dude's off the field antics would count
for everything.
Much higher.
Not even off the field. This is on the field.
You know,
this is on the field.
Outside of playing. Is
like the extracurricular shit. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that makes you bigger.
That's the shit I love the most about this kid.
No, I mean, I love it too.
Nothing about his game.
That's the thing. I love it too, and that's my thing. Like,
I saw him at the Dougie.
He is, I seen him like in the and I love his story. He was a walk on and all this type of shit.
Kind of a walk on though. I heard. Like I think he had a scholarship to Tennessee or something like that, and then he fucked that up, and then they're like, listen,
look up the story, ESPN.
That's the thing. No, ESPN made it cute. So I think he had a scholarship to a school, then he fucked that up through, I don't know, I don't want to say exactly what it was because I don't know, but he fucked it up. This is my understanding. And then OU was like, hey, we'll give you a shot to make the team. And if it works out, then we'll hook you up with a scholarship.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like it's not the J.J. Watt story where he just walks off a farm and becomes the greatest defensive player in Wisconsin history.
He just happened to be like carrying bottles of yarn. It's just like, hey.
It's the air up there.
It's like just chopping wood and shit. It's like, hey, would you like to play defensive end? It's like, me play football? I love Baker Mayfield. And this is why Flagrant 2 is the type of place for Baker Mayfield. He reminds me of Johnny Football.
Let's go.
And I love me some Johnny Football, dog. Like, I wish Johnny Football worked out in the NFL. I wish he did. I know he was small and all this other shit and had other stuff going on off the field that fucked that up. But, like, I want my athletes to be honest.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah.
That's all we want from our athletes, though. That's why we love LeVar Ball. That's why we love Kobe now. That's why we love when LeBron is calling himself the king of New York.
Yeah.
That's why we love Conor McGregor. That's why we love Floyd. We love our athletes to know that they're the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you are. You are. You know what I mean? And then if you think you're the shit and somebody disagrees with it, all right, prove it to me. And then we like that guy who proved to you that you weren't the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like, I'm all for it. I love it. I love the bravado. I love the shit talk. I love the swag that he plays with. I love all that shit, man. And it's like,
You know who else loves it?
oh,
The NCAA.
of course they do. You know what?
ESPN. Because those ratings are going through the roof.
Absolutely.
When you plant a flag on someone else's
at
50-yard
Ohio
line
State.
at Ohio State, we watching that game,
Yes,
bro.
dude.
We're gonna watch the next game that you're gonna play. You're actually doing ESPN a favor because now they don't have to promo these games as much as they had to before.
They don't need to tell a story. They don't need to pull something out.
You just
their
created
ass.
the story.
They're just like, boom, we got this. You know what I mean? And it's like every year there's a guy in college, or every couple of years, or every maybe 4 or 5 years, there is a college football player who is more famous than most NFL players. You know what I mean? There's like, you had your Brian Bosworth at one point.
Yeah.
You had your Deion Sanders at one point. You
Reggie
had your Reggie
Bush.
Bushes.
Yeah.
You had your Johnny Footballs, your Vince Youngs. These guys were there like rock stars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Baker had that rock star type of season where it's like, dude, you earned a Heisman. I really do wish black quarterbacks got the same type of leeway as far as like having a little bit of swag and attitude to them that a guy like Baker Mayfield or Johnny Manziel would
So you
have.
think when a black quarterback does have a little swag and attitude that they get criticized?
Oh,
for it?
dude, Mel Kiper and all those draft guys are like, oh, well, we don't know if we don't know if this is gonna pan out in the NFL. There's some things off the field. Like, yeah, they'll say the same shit about Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
But then they'll preface it with, but his teammates love him, and you want a guy like that. He's got moxie. He's got this, that, and the third. And like that happens to a black quarterback, and it's like, dog, they're talking about LeVar Jackson might not even play quarterback in the NFL.
Really?
They're like, oh, well, he might make a great wide receiver. Well, why? Why? Because he's fast?
Yeah.
Because he's like,
But
he's
that
the
does
fucking
happen.
quarterback. Let him play.
That does happen, though. You have a lot of people change position in the NFL,
And that's fine.
regardless of race and just regardless of position.
And that's
certain
totally
guys are
fine.
What is it? Certain guys are D linemen in the NFL, and then they become linebackers because they're just not tall enough.
Oh yeah,
big
of course.
enough.
Yeah, like Chris Hogan. I think Edelman was a quarterback in
That's right.
in college and stuff like that. At Kent State, like a lot of really successful. Terrell Pryor.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think
Ohio
Adam
State
Thielen, the
Yeah,
white guy,
for the
was
Vikings.
was
Yeah.
a quarterback, either in high school or college.
It happens a ton.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is like, why are they so quick to throw that out there for LeVar Jackson's?
Yeah.
And just not let the motherfucker play quarterback like he's
I
done
don't know
his whole
enough.
life.
I don't know enough. Is he accurate enough?
The only
Does
thing
he
they
play
say
within a
is-
system? Like, listen, I assume a lot of times these people have sports like this down to a science.
Yeah.
That's my assumption.
Yeah.
Because I don't know as much as they know.
Uh-huh.
So if I hear an expert talking about a change of position, regardless of race and regardless of position on the field, it's, well, yeah, gotcha.
Charles,
Yeah. Regardless of race and regardless of position on the field, I'm going to assume that they have some argument to be made besides, oh, we don't think black guys can be quarterbacks.
No, but there's always just that extra scrutiny to it. I'm not saying that they don't.
I'm not
think
saying it doesn't
they
exist.
can't. Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm going to give them at least a benefit of the doubt to convince me. Tell me what it is about LeVar Jackson that Lamar Jackson.
I think
because
the only thing that they've said about Lamar Jackson is that like he doesn't have the quarterback build, right? Like he's not big enough to be like.
Which is the same thing they said about Manziel. And they're kind of saying it about Baker.
They're saying about
he's short,
Baker.
he can't look over the line.
But it's like, dude, you look at the NFL right now, you got Russell Wilson, who's 5'10".
Yep.
Drew Brees, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
Yep.
5-something.
Yep.
You got, who else? I mean, like, it's not so much a science anymore, dog. Like, as far as, like, people's hand size and how tall you are and all that type of shit, it's like, dog, like,
There
if you
are
can
outliers.
play, you can play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're not that tall and you're freakishly fast like Lamar Jackson is, like Russell Wilson was, like Michael Vick was, like you can make up for that type of shit.
I think, but I think that what the organization looks at is a situation like with what's it called, Wentz.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
And they're just like, look, we know you can get out of the pocket. We know you can run. we also know you can get injured doing it.
Yeah.
So
That's true. That is true.
I just think there's a lot of things that go along here, but I do agree with you. There's a certain attitude that is permissible, or at least it appears is permissible amongst white players, and not so much with black players.
Yeah, I mean, it happens with not even just quarterbacks. It happens with just look at Gronk. Like Gronk fucking just drilled a dude on the floor, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, we're only going to give him one game because he doesn't really have that reputation. And like, if he's out partying, drinking, it's just Gronk being Gronk. And we all love Gronk. I love Gronk.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All I'm saying is keep that same energy.
I'm with you. I like
everybody.
consistency.
Just be consistent. It's like, if you're going to say that's just Gronk being Gronk, then say that's just JR being JR.
Yeah.
That's just Nick Young being Swaggy P being Swaggy P.
Or like Indominic Suh being Indominic Suh.
Yeah.
Is he a dirty player? How many times do you have to do it to be a dirty player?
My thing is this, Gronk, if that was Perfect from the Bengals that did what Gronk did,
forget it,
oh my God, he's out of here for 5 games. Talk less of 1.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker had the nerve to appeal it. Like, Gronk had the nerve to appeal it. Like, dude, we saw you go and drill yourself into the dude, and the dude gets a concussion. And this is the league trying to, like, protect, like, players and, like, concussions and all that shit. It's open season on that shit.
Should a player's past history affect the punishment? I mean, that happens in the court of law. Should it not happen in football?
To an extent. But I also do think there could be exceptions to the rule when it comes to intent. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, if your sole intent was to injure, which was Gronk's sole,
the motherfucker admitted it afterwards.
Exactly.
He was like, I got angry and I lost my cool.
A rough play is different.
Yeah.
A rough play within the game is different. Like the play that injured Shazier.
Yeah.
Right?
That was just a rough play.
It was, but not necessarily an illegal play.
Yeah, exactly.
It just was kind of freakish the way his head hit him, etc. But he was within his rights to make that very hard block. Mm-hmm. What Gronk did was after the play had stopped.
The play was done. He was out of bounds.
He's out of bounds. Nothing could happen to this besides an injury. Yeah. That's exact. Maybe intent.
Yeah. I think intent should really overrule that type of shit, especially when it's like, but you know, that's the Patriots. The Patriots cheat. They get away with everything. So I shouldn't be that surprised. But, it's fucked up. And it's like, you know, I just really wish that, you know, when it comes to white football players and black football players that are big beaming personalities and like all that type of stuff, that they aren't that it was just a level playing field when it comes to judgment, when it comes to, you know, public opinion, when it comes to any of that stuff. You know, like, it just doesn't seem
Here's
fair.
my question. If Russell Wilson made that after the play hit, does he get the same treatment as Gronk?
To me, yeah.
I think he does.
To me, yeah.
I think he gets the benefit of the doubt.
I think he gets the benefit of the doubt, but it doesn't mean he shouldn't be out for 3 or 4 games.
Agreed. But like, there's something about his reputation that is sanctimonious, right?
This goes back to last week, where it's like, Russell's, you know, a black athlete, but it's like, you know, it's.
Is he looked at as culturally white?
He's not looked at as threatening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he doesn't feel like a stereotype. Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's in the same boat as Stephen Curry to me. Where it's like, he just doesn't look threatening. He's you're black, but you're not like, you know, you're not like Draymond.
He's not hood.
You're not Richard Sherman.
Right.
You're not Marshawn.
Yeah.
You're not, you know.
Why does Sherman fall into that category? I've never understood that.
Stanford educated cornerback.
No, but that's
everyone looks at him. I mean, he's from Compton. People assume, you know, all these other things about him.
But did we even know he's from Compton? I feel like he had that rep before anyone knew he was from Compton. Always eloquent.
Super eloquent.
But I never had that idea of him. That's what I don't understand.
What people do.
And this is purely off of image.
Hey, people look at. I don't know what it is.
All I'm saying is, tell me what it is, because you're looking at Russ, you're looking at Wilson, and then you're looking at Sherman, right? The difference that I'll see between these two guys is a hairstyle.
Yeah, I'm about to say
really
like
not
the
the
dreads
skin
or something, and it's I don't know. Russell Wilson doesn't carry that type of aggression that Richard Sherman carries. Like, some people still see.
So Richard Sherman is a little bit more passionate.
Yeah, some people still, when they think of Richard Sherman, the first thing you think of is that NFC Championship game when he's I'm the best cornerback you get, yelling, you know what I mean?
There is something to that. Yes,
that's still fresh in people's minds.
Yes.
So it's like, it's not like he didn't curse nobody. He didn't say nothing crazy. He was just like, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm the best. Don't you ever try me. Like, throw the other side, Kaepernick. Like, shout out to Kaepernick. That was football commentary. That was nothing else. That was just football commentary. That is all. But yeah, man, like it's crazy, man. Like, it's a lot of weird double standards when it comes to the optics of football players and how they're looked at. Like, one person could be seen as the all-American boy and the other person could be seen as a thug. They could be doing the exact same things.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
I don't know if we look at Baker as the all-American boy. I think we look at him as kind of a fuck up.
He looks like a good old boy to some people. Yeah. There's some old white dudes that are like, well, yeah, you know, I got a nephew just like that. Sometimes he's a little bit of an asshole, but we love him. You know, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? They say the same thing about Gronk. They say the same thing about Manziel. They say the same thing about a lot of players. You know,
maybe that's why black people don't, or people who have more black friends don't have those same sentiments about a Sherman, because they're like, oh yeah, I got a nephew that's just like that. He's a sweetheart. I got it. No, but for real, right? Maybe it just comes down to like really not knowing somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't thrown off by that.
There's no
Sherman's
familiarity
antics,
with a lot
because
of
I'm
people.
familiar with this.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a weird thing. It's being cocky is what we did growing up here in New York.
Yeah.
We
exactly.
literally were more arrogant to hide our insecurity. That's how you lived.
Yeah.
I'm the shit. Always.
I'm gonna show you that I'm the shit.
Always. Yeah. Constantly.
My thing is there's a lot of familiarity. Like, you know, if you're an audience member, you're watching TV or watching these sports, you know what I mean? Like, there's a certain familiarity that you have with certain people that if you can see somebody on TV and be like, I can relate to that guy, or I want to have a drink with that guy, or I want to do that. You could know him from a hole in the wall, but if there's the optics of that, then it works out. Then it's like, oh, okay, it's fine. Like, a lot of shit could pass. You know what I'm saying? But you can look at somebody doing the same thing, but he looks like somebody that you're really not familiar with, or you didn't grow up around to do that. Oh man, this guy's I don't know. I mean, he's a great player, but you know, they say some things about him.
Bro, you see it in politics all the time. Everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people got allegations. And the ones that we have a problem with are on the other side of the aisle.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, every liberal is like, these Republicans are out here, you know, sexually assaulting women. And then you say something like, well, you heard Bill Clinton had a few, you know, sexual assault accusations, some rape ones. Oh, that's different. He's likable, and I agree with his politics.
Played saxophone on Arsenio Hall show. I love that guy. That was my guy. You know, so it makes sense. But I don't know. We're all human at the end of the day. I just like consistency. I just like people to keep the same energy around me as they always do.
Agreed.
And if they don't, it's you know.
So we got Loopy here.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, yes. Bring him in, man.
I told him just to come to Studio 5. So Loopy, you want to check to see if he's there? Yeah, thank you, Alex. So Loopy, for people who don't know, how do we describe Loopy? Loopy is like the unofficial Knicks mascot. He might be the greatest Knicks fan in history?
He's the greatest Knicks fan in history.
I agree.
More than Spike Lee. More than Michael Rappaport. More than the guy from Baby Driver, whatever the guy is. Loopy is the voice of the New York Knicks.
That's what he is. He's the voice of the New York Knicks, and it would I feel like it'd be foolish not to bring Loopy here, especially after the week he had, because Loopy was on Instagram. You can check out his Instagram. I think it's like the Loopy Blogger.
The Loopy Blogger.
There's some underscores there. Yeah. Just go check it out. You'll find it for sure. And he was on Instagram talking shit about Kevin Durant when Kevin Durant had that little altercation with Boogie Cousins. And all of a sudden, lo and behold, who slides in Loopy's DMs?
Not the reigning NBA Finals MVP
and NBA champion Kevin Durant slid in the DMs of Loopy motherfucking Blogger. What's up, boy? I know you're not eating on camera. Come on, sit down, dog.
I miss you, Andrew.
I miss you, my G. Have a seat.
Michael, man. Kaz.
That's Kaz.
Good.
We're all familiar with you over here. Come sit down right here in this chair. What up, yo? Come on in. Close the door. Come on. You can have a seat right there.
We live, man. We recorded too, so let's get to it, man.
Yo, man, that's your mic right there. You could come pull in a little bit more. No. The other way. Come closer to Kaz.
Okay.
And then come closer to me.
Okay.
Slide closer to the table.
You?
Good. You need that moved closer to you, the mic? Cool. Alex, can you adjust that just so he could speak right into it? All right, so we're just setting up the situation. We got Loopy here. And
the voice of the New York Knicks, man.
Yes, sir. New York Knicks. Now, Kevin Durant slides in the DM. Dick pic or no dick pic?
No dick pic, thank God. These black guys are holding. Pause. And the only reason I know is because all my sisters love black. You feel me? So they're holding. I got a nephew that's fucking like 13 and he's already like, he weighs more than me. He's taller than me. His penis is probably bigger than me. His penis is definitely fucking probably heavier than me, man. So,
how many dudes did Loopy bring? Yo, they keep coming in the room.
Loopy brought all of Uptown.
Every undercover policeman in New York City just walked in.
Yo, we have a small operation here, fellas.
Yo, where I'm from, Andrew Schultz matters. So it's like, yo, we're going to see Andrew, baby.
I respect it.
It's like an interview, man. But it's like it's like he's doing a live show type shit with you. You know, and
I love it, man.
Welcome, fellas. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Andrew. Of course, man. Kaz, man. I appreciate
my man.
You,
it's good to finally meet you.
Tell us what happened, yo. Tell us what happened with this Kevin Durant shit.
So, I was awake already at 7 in the morning because I take my kids to school every morning.
All right. Look at that good dad.
I'm there. Yeah, I'm a great dad, man. One thing about me, I could be a piece of shit of a junkie, but I'm a great fucking dad. So I'm taking my kids to school, man, and I throw on Sports Center. Even though I hate Sports Center, I always fucking watch him. So I'm seeing KD getting bullied, bro. He's getting bullied by Boogie, you know? And it was like, when Golden State stood up, it's like when he wanted to act tough and this and that, blah, 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 blah. So I saw that and I was like, yo, you didn't want no war with Boogie, man. Stop it, bro. He would have folded you. And people are coming in my comments telling me, yeah, you weigh about the same weight. He's a ball player.
He's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, he's 7 feet tall, man. He's fucking like, come on.
No, he's built like Slender, man.
Yeah. So I called him Roman Noodles. You know, I told him he blew a 3-1 lead.
Show the text.
Yeah.
Where is it? Yo, Alex, you got it?
Yeah, let's pull up them
this shit is so funny, man.
Yo, he was definitely.
Because you went to his neck. Look at this shit.
Look,
right
this was 12 o'clock that I dropped the video because I was up already. But he said that I didn't brush. He was like,
so hold on real quick. So Kevin Durant goes, you in your bed, homeboy, brush your teeth before you start thinking about another man you don't know. Right? And then Loopy responds, laughing my ass off. Y'all blew a 3-1 lead, bozo. He goes, then you went with the enemy.
So that's why you mad? How do you sleep at night? Great view. Sick at night. I bet you got a great view. But
he probably does.
He does have a good view.
And I'm not mad. It caught me a little 5,000 followers. You know what I mean? So people love when I do sports, man, and I harass the ball players.
No, I'll tell you,
man.
man.
Have you spoke to him since?
No.
This is the last message?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I spoke to Jared Jack.
I want to see the one after. We're like, yo, can I get $10,000, bro? You gotta.
Oh, wait, talking about what the Jared Jack
I spoke to Jared Jack about it because me and him is cool. Courtney Lee's cool. Kyrie Irving, we cool. So I sent it to all of them. And Kyrie tells me, yo, he was like, yo, you're a sick bastard. Kyrie said, yo, he was like, I mean, Jared Jack was like, it's funny, but I can't endorse it because that's my homie. And I was like, yeah, it was all love. He was like, nah, he probably forgives you or whatever. I was like, I didn't mean like that. I was like,
jokes.
He would have got folded, brother. We having fun. We having some comedy fun. Yeah. And Courtney Lee just, as always, replies, laughing my ass off. He appreciated it.
Yo, son.
This is wild.
Come on, yo.
Come on.
Come
He looks like a
on,
little flat-chested lesbian.
Yo, he looks trans. He does, bro.
Yeah, I look like a young.
That's crazy.
Nah, he doesn't want that with Boogie, but he knew he didn't want. Did you see when Boogie pulled up on him at
He wasn't looking at him. He wasn't looking at him.
I would ignore him too.
Yeah, he was ignoring him. But then you see how the next day, or maybe a day later, Zach Randolph is at the foul line.
We were just talking about that.
Oh, and he was
bullies get bullied.
He's a bully.
Zach Randolph's legit.
Legitimate. Yeah. So everybody started DMing me the picture. Look at your man, he's a pussy. You know what I'm saying? So whoever I stick up for, if they pussy out, if I'm vouching for you, I got mad DMs of everybody talking about, look at your man, he got punked, he got sunned, blah, 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 blah. But I didn't reply to nobody. It was whatever. I have fun with it. It was cool while it lasted. Like, people want me to keep going home, but it's done. You know what I mean? Because I know he's not gonna reply no more. He's seen the response it got. You know what I'm saying? So he's not gonna.
Who's the biggest guy?
You'll be surprised who watches the show, man. He might respond again after he watches.
No, not saying nothing towards y'all.
Oh no.
We didn't take it that way. We didn't take it that way.
You know what I mean?
We already caught our fair share.
I mean him coming back at me like that. He knows I'm a screen shooter like a creep. He been calling me fame whore. But this was different. It's not like he sent me a dick picture, pause, and I posted it.
Yeah.
I posted him getting pissed off. This is Kevin fucking Durant, the MVP of the motherfucking NBA 2017 Finals.
Yeah.
How can you not screenshot him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had to have fun with that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew Schultz was gonna love it. And the crew.
It was great. Yeah, you sent it to me real quick.
That shit had me crying, dog. That shit had me crying.
I sent it to all my goons, man.
Bruh.
That's one thing I miss about Twitter. I'm off Twitter, but one thing I miss about Twitter is your rants, man. I had to get off.
You got off? They just deleted me, finally.
Yeah. They deleted you. But they always, I feel like every other week, you just add a new underscore.
You know what it was? I think they'll give you 6 days off, but I think they gave you chances. This time they will.
What'd you put up?
What was the final straw?
It was, when we beat the Heat, there was a Heat fan talking shit, and I was just talking shit back to him, and he reported my comments back to him.
What did you say back to him?
You know, just bullshit. Yo, fuck you. Your mom got a dick. You know, bullshit. Regular shit. Regular shit. Your mom really got a cock. And, he got pissed off. But he kept coming, and we were going to war. But he reported it, so he's no fun. That's not fun.
That's
Janine Hill reported me before.
Who? Jamel Hill?
Yeah, Jamel Hill.
Oh, damn.
She was always coming.
I like Jamel Hill too, man.
She was always coming for the fucking Knicks. And I'm like, yo, get off of it. Like, we suck. Like, let me guess. We're the best city in the world, so we're relevant. Like, we're not balling. I don't see you talking about Minnesota, Sacramento, nobody. You're always shitting on the Knicks. And it's for ratings because it's New York, the best city in the world. And I just got fed up with it and I sent her to hell.
What'd you say?
Yo, I told her everything. I can't even say it. It was bad.
I saw some of the things that he said.
Mr. Bitch, you suck black cock, everything. I was just going ham. And I didn't even have to say that, but she looks like she likes black cock, and she ended up blocking me, and she was like, she's gonna get some goons for me. She actually before she blocked me, she said some shit. She's a goon.
Nah, she actually is about that. Like, that's why I'm like, I actually like Jamel. And like, Jamel knows, listen.
She's about that.
I would have pissed off.
So then her co-host, maybe 2 days later, like, come on, man, you don't got to be calling the female a bitch and this and that. I was like, bruh, y'all keep talking about my Knicks, bruh. It's not gonna stop happening. Leave us alone. And I've been watching the show lately. I don't see them nothing about the Knicks, man. Really should, you know what I'm saying? So I think they're listening.
I mean, I'll be honest, man. I'm a huge Knicks fan. Yes. Like half of my the fun of the Knicks winning, especially against like a team like that I grew up hating, like a Pacers win or a Heat win, or like we play LeBron's team and none of that shit. I'll look to this man videos, and that shit get me hyped.
Fucking go!
I'm like, yo, let's go. And you just start rattling off people's names and shit.
I went to the Garden. They actually put me in the Delta.
Oh yeah.
Thing where you meet the ball player. I was bro, everybody, KP's. He got like two brothers.
Yeah, he got Martins and
3 divas.
Yeah,
Lance Thomas diva was there. Ron Baker was there. Noah. I was like, wow.
And you met all the guys, and they knew who you were.
I was supposed to meet Courtney Lee that night, but I had a ride, and they were like kind of rushing me, so I ended up leaving. You know what I'm saying? But
speaking of the mic,
Courtney Lee. Well, like, he the one who followed me and shit, and we spoke on the DM, and he told me that he wants to bring me in to the game. After the game, the team wants to meet me and shit. Kyler Quinn fucks with me heavy since last year. A couple of them know who I am.
When I did your podcast, Nate Robinson called in.
Hell yeah. That was dope, man. I wish I was like more mature that day.
Why?
Dog, they haven't. I feel like even if they don't like do it officially, that have the Knicks not like reached out to you like in some unofficial capacity?
I think I talk too bad, man.
You do,
but even like I get it. I get it.
I talk too bad.
Yeah, but
you can't be telling people their mom's got a dick.
Yeah,
and then the Knicks go, this is the official fan of the New York Knicks. Jamel Hill's mom got a dick. But here's the thing: if you don't say those types of things, you don't get the recognition that you get. So it's almost better to have that kind of unsaid connection.
Fuck it.
Yeah, you gotta be. Who's the guy that put the money up for Rockefeller? Kareem Biggs.
Biggsburg.
Yeah, you gotta be Biggs. Like you gotta be on the side. You put the money up.
I'm happy where I'm at.
Yeah, I think it's a great situation because you have the fans. Like we always talk about this. You could be man of the industry, man of the people. But like you're good good at the Garden.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you could hang out outside the Garden and you're gonna get dapped up.
I was out there with the robe and they was going crazy when I went with the robe. That was the one that broke the ice when I was out there with the robe.
Yeah.
That shit was legendary. I loved it.
So it's almost better to do it separate because you're gonna get the love from all the fans, you're gonna get the love from the people, and you don't have to be hindered.
Ball players.
Of course, you're gonna get the love from the guys, but the organization have a reputation upkeep because they got tampons.
Yeah, Allen Houston see me.
You know what I mean? They got paper towels and stuff. Exactly. They can't be.
I was like, I'm a big fan, man. I love that shot you hit against Miami. He was like, fuck out of here. Miami who?
So like, what like started like your Knicks fandom? Like, I know it's one thing. It's just like
I know. I always used to make videos on some passionate shit, ranting. And I remember there was just one game when we had Mikeson and we played Oklahoma. It was Kevin Durant, Russell. We had J.R. Smith. We had Mike Woodson. We had Prigioni. We were going. It was a fucking battle, and it was playoff implications for us. And we ended up winning the game, and it was an intense game. It was amazing. So I just made a video, just going crazy. Bully the fuck up, Prigioni's taking your fucking cookies. Yo, that guy from the show on ESPN with his dad, he got a podcast. He ended up taking the video, and he made up a big story. He ended up making a story on how about I was from Miami, and so I went on Twitter and I fucking gave him I ripped an asshole in him. I was like, what's wrong with you? Why are you lying about me? I'm from the Bronx. I'm not a Pacers fan. I'm a big fucking Knicks fan. What are you talking about? So then he started like try to swindle lies or whatever. But I had it on their podcast. That video made it to that. That video went like 400K like in 2 days, bro. That's what started everything. But then we lost in the playoffs. Then I came back the next year. I had a big, I had like a meet and greet at 9A. And I had Knicks shirts for sale, Bully shirts, the colors of Knicks.
Tell them what 9A is for people who may not be.
That 9A is a bar, lounge, restaurant that's closed down now. It was across the street from Hudson River Cafe over there in Harlem. Okay. When you get off the West Side Highway. So, we're in there, we're playing, I think the Bucks that night. We're playing the Bucks that night. We're fucking going back and forth, but we ended up winning. I sold shirts, but then the year was a disaster. So my whole Bully shit, just everybody was looking at me, you piece of shit. And like when I make my videos, I make them with a passion. It's not like I just do it to do it. Like, oh my God, yeah, I'm a big Knicks fan. Fuck. It's a passion. Yo, go fuck your mother, Reggie Miller, Hakeem Olajuwon. You know, it's passion. Michael Jordan, I can't stand you. Pippen, cool coach. Like none of them. Steve Kerr. So. You know?
Yo, it's the ad-libs that kill me. The ad-libs is the one that kill me, because he'll be like, let's fucking go, KP, I see you out eating this Bully the fuck up. Like, all the little extra joints where you naming the plays and
that's
the
all,
and shit,
right, that's all off the head. There was this one video, I'm telling you, if you see it, you're gonna love it. It's called Fuck You Knick Haters. It was the first one. It was like, Copeland, the X Factor, Prigioni's taking your fucking cookies, Mello, Bully, J.R. Smith, Bully, like everybody Bully. That's when the word Bully was born. Yeah. But then it kind of quieted down because we had a rough couple of years, 2 or 3 years. But then last year we got D Rose and everybody's talking slick, so I started making videos, and it started getting crazy. I ended up meeting you. I ended up meeting Rappaport. I started meeting a lot of guys from blogs, from ESPN, blah blah blah. Yo, it just got crazy, bro. And it's here now, and it keeps coming. So we're 13-13. We're looking good. I'm having fun. And my kids are passionate about it now. Like, they're becoming huge Knicks fans. My daughter's 6, my son is 10, and they're huge Knicks fans right now.
Where are your kids when you're making the videos?
That's a good question.
They're sleeping.
But they don't wake up when you hit it. Eat a dick! Bully the fuck up!
To be honest, like, sometimes if they're awake at that time, their mom will take them out the apartment.
Really? Yeah, so you do a couple takes. What about your neighbors?
No,
do you ever get like...
To be honest, I do a one-shot take, bro.
That's it.
I kid you not. Everything is...
You never fuck up a word and you're like, let me run it back.
Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, maybe once in a while, but like, to be honest...
As there's a charm to it, though.
It does, as
somebody from the outside looking in.
The first time when I do it, it's not gonna come out the same. It's not gonna come out the same the second time. So I'm like, fuck it, man. Just forget about it. Like, I'm like a one shot take kind of guy. I did this little Maury thing the other day on Instagram with the green screen. The shit caught 220,000 videos. And bro, I shot that shit one take, bro. That I did it with my girl and she was struggling, bro. Struggling. I shot that shit like a beast.
Like a pro.
My cameraman was like, yo, I fucking love you, bro. My girl was there struggling, nervous. She's I'm not a fucking actor. I like makeup. I was like, come on. I mean, like, let's do this. I've been with you for 12 years, 11 years. Like, let's do this. This is easy.
All right, this is your fuck y'all.
This is the one. But they deleted that YouTube channel, so it won't get the views. That's my best friend in the background.
All you fucking Nick haters, suck my dick. Watch and learn. We got a new team, nigga. All that shit y'all talk about, we ain't getting out the first round. See me at the finals, motherfucker. You Miami Heat niggas, suck my dick. LeBron, you a dick. Wade, you a dick. We coming for you niggas. We coming for you niggas. Fucking dicks. You see my niggas? Ballin', nigga. Niggas got niggas out there bleeding, nigga. Your man Collison is bleeding, man. It's a war. New York Knicks, nigga. Niggas talk about we ain't getting out the first round. Suck my dick, nigga. New niggas, nigga. It's new niggas. We run the NBA now, nigga. Straight bullying niggas, nigga. With that nigga Mike Woodson, yeah? Mello, bully. Chandler, bully. Chandler, Martin, bully. J.R. Smith, bully. Pigioni, he's taking your cookies. Jason Kidd, he's open for 3. Copeland, the X Factor. Novak, you fucking shooting threes all day. Fucking assholes. New niggas.
That was it.
Holla at that bench, nigga.
That was
bench is chewing niggas up. My man Melo's a beast, nigga. All you niggas hating, suck a D. Swallow a plastic dildo, nigga. Knicks? Fuck a first round, nigga. We going to the finals, man. Y'all niggas hating. Fucking herbs.
Oh, man.
Wow. Wow. And that's why the Knicks haven't adopted you as their official mascot.
And you see, it says 12,000 views there, but that like the first YouTube.
You had to
channel,
re-upload it.
That shit was like at least 4. Maybe it would have passed 1 million already.
Yeah. So tell me about I mean, like since then, like you've been having like not random appearances, but like reoccurring appearances on Hot 97 with Ebro.
Yeah.
Ebro in the morning.
War in the morning.
What's that about?
They like to fucking tick me off. Every New York team I fucking go for, they always like to tick me off and make bets and do this and do that. So, they've been quiet this year because the Knicks have been 500. But I know as soon as we start losing, they're gonna be right there chirping like little bastards. You know what I'm saying? Cause he said he's liking the way the Knicks play now. It's a good thing when New York wins for New York City, blah, 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 blah. Fuck out of here. You was the same war. We was gonna fucking go to war last year, motherfucker. But, yeah, Laura's cool. Rosenberg's a fucking creep. Boston, he's a fucking Redskins fan. They got eliminated yesterday, so fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And he was actually Frank from Houston that I was supposed to get my tattoo on my ass, but I was gonna do it, but there was no Frank.
Ass.
Yeah, there was no Frank. It was Rosenberg lying, saying it was Frank. So I was supposed to do it. They was like, it doesn't matter. And Ebro got mad at me and kicked me out the studio.
Damn.
Yeah, he got mad at me. He got mad at me. But he been calling me lately, harassing me in the morning.
Favorite Knick of all time?
I can't. It's hard, man. I love KP right now, bro. Those little turnarounds and the M1s. I'm in love.
You're in love?
Yeah, I'm in love. But
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I love Porzingis, dog. I love Frankie Smokes. But Enos, dog. Like, Enos cancer, bro. Yeah. This motherfucker came to the game yesterday on crutches. Yeah. Wasn't even supposed to play. They put him with the ice and step machine, played 18 minutes, went back out on crutches. Like, left the game on crutches.
That's crazy.
Enos cancer, dog.
Cancer did.
Yeah, bro.
He's like a double machine.
Dog, and he's a legitimate, like.
I was happy when we got him because I seen his gameplay before, and I said that's the exact energy that the Garden needs. Facts. Offensive rebounds, put it back, dunk in your face, look at you, want to fight you. I was at the game when he was there, when he was about to go out with LeBron. Yeah. I felt like, the security gave me the card because they was like, you're going to start a war in here. You got to stop. Stop, please. One more time, we're going to kick you out. And I had to, like, behave. I had to behave after that. Like, I was so mad because I was right next to LeBron and I know he heard everything. Let me guess. what's next? You're gonna get Tyrone fired or whatever. I was harassing Dwayne Wade. I was harassing everybody. Man.
What'd you say to Dwayne?
Little buttholes.
What'd you say?
Can't do balls, no balls. No balls. Let's try to get sponsors. No balls, no balls, no balls, no balls.
Sponsorship.
We gotta chill.
All right. So.
But nah, man. Giancarlo Stanton. New Yankee,
my
man.
God.
You're a Yankee fan.
Yes,
Yankee
sir.
fan
Boy,
as
yo,
well.
since '95, Papi. Since Madden.
That's right. Bronx gotta
You know
be.
what I'm saying?
So
All
how
day.
do you feel about Stanton coming
I'm
through?
happy, man.
Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But to be honest, we had a team. We had Sheffield. We had A-Rod. I just hope we got pitching to back this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You
you
know
could
what
go
I'm
by pitching.
Yeah.
We can get pitching.
At least that's what
and
my
I
boy
like
Chris
this kid. We got
Scopo said.
Jordan Montgomery. He's a lefty. I love him. I'm in love with this kid.
Yeah.
He's a Yankee. I was
We
introduced
don't know
to
anything
him.
about baseball.
I was introduced
We're just
to
Yankee
Magic,
fans.
Jordan
Yeah, we're just
Montgomery.
Yankee fans. Yeah,
but
yeah.
look him up when you get a chance. He's pretty solid. He's
Yeah.
pretty solid. He's pretty solid. My favorite pitcher in the major leagues is Chris Sale, but he's a Boston Red Sox. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love him. He's great. I love pitching. Like baseball is like my favorite sport. I love the
More
pitching.
so than basketball.
That's kind of shocking to me, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of shocking.
I don't
I
see
mean,
the
you are
same
from the Bronx,
passion,
though.
Yeah, yo.
I don't see the same passion
Nah,
about the
you know what it
Yankees
is?
that I do about the
You haven't
Knicks.
been with me. I go to games and yo, bro, wild out. But you know what I'm saying? And you know what it is? The Yankees been kind of sucking the 6 years or whatever. But look, trust me. Look. You know what? It's 50. We could say they 40, and no, we could say they 30. We're gonna give Nick 70 because there's not like New York Nick passion. You're right.
You're right. I feel like
I'll be playing myself if I say that. But I love these guys. I was there with Jim Leverage, hit the 3-1 shot, bro. Like I'm fucking one leg on some crazy shit versus the Braves. I've seen a lot of history, bro. So these is my guys, bro. I went to parades, man. I snuffed little white kids in the face for fucking being fucking rude. For being rude. I remember that shit, bro. In parades, bro. For being fucking rude, bro. So,
Now, a lot of people don't know this about you, but like you got started out with, or I would say Cardi B got started out with you. I would say.
Oh, well.
you kind of gave
Yo,
her a
Put her
little.
on a little bit.
yeah, they came, you know, we used to work, you know, when Instagram, people didn't know this, when you get up with each other and you make videos and you at them or whatever, they're gonna get love. You know what I'm saying? So she always had a little love though. Like she always would mention me on her videos and shit, like Body's cuss and this and that. We did shit together, but Cardi B had like this kind of swag, man. She was just like a girl version of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was like a girl version of me.
Yeah.
And she did it, bro. She leveled up. She fucking went from making videos to making music. She was in fucking London shaking her fucking ass the other day, having a blast, man. She inspired, like, she posted one time that I inspired her to make videos. She inspires me every day, man.
Oh,
just to get the fuck out the Bronx.
She's the motherfucking American success story right there, bro.
Yo, she had a great 2017, bro.
Yeah.
And I remember we used to be together in my apartment recording. Like, people used to give us money to make ads and shit. And cause I was popping in the beginning, but they deleted my pages and shit on some hater shit. And, that shit slowed shit up for me and shit. And a lot of people started coming up. But, you know what I mean? I'm here now. Like, it's cool.
Still out here though, man.
Yeah,
Still out here. And I feel like the better New York sports is for you, the better
Hell
business
yeah, I
is
love
for
it.
you.
Hell
You know
yeah,
what
that's
I'm
my
saying?
lane. That's my lane.
I'll be honest, I work at Bleacher Report and
Okay.
we was doing
That's dope.
My homegirl Dina, she runs like digital content over there.
Yeah.
She was like, when the Knicks are good,
Yeah.
it's good for business
Yes.
because we got guys like him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That
Yo,
could,
when they
you know,
suck, I'm
Great
like this in the
content,
crib
yeah.
with the fucking with the 357 plastic, ready to just blow my fucking smithereens out, bro.
Oh, the
I
last
like
couple
when they're
of-
good.
The last couple of years have been stressful, man. But like, it was one of those things where like, because we was here talking about Melo like in the beginning of the season. We're just like, man, like. It kind of sucks because it's like Melo's not here no more, and like
I never felt that way. I was really happy.
I was a Melo apologist.
It
I was a Melo
worked
apologist.
out for all of us.
Yeah, well, not so much for him.
Nah, Melo struggled.
Not so much.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, I'm happy.
Exactly. Fuck it.
We have fun, honey.
Melo's got the weirdest hashtag I've ever seen. It's Stay Mellow is the hashtag. And I just don't understand why you would want to stay doing something that hasn't worked your entire career. Right? Like, you haven't won your entire career as Mello.
Yeah.
What is going on in your head that you think that you should stay doing it? That's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Stay mellow.
Get out of here, man.
And there's nothing's happening. Same
Same shitty situation.
exactly.
Same results.
Same results, exactly.
Sad.
I used to vouch for Melo, man. I used to die on the cross for Melo, man. I'm like, y'all I was a Knicks fan before he was here. He's gone. All right, new Knicks. Let's do it. Melo's the enemy now.
I like McBuckets and Cancer.
I love both of them, bro. And everybody laughed at us, bro, when we got them, man. Everybody laughed at us. I remember
McDermott?
on Twitter. Yeah, bro.
McDermott doesn't shoot enough for how white he is.
But he moves great without the ball.
He rounds his cuts a little bit.
Yeah, but you don't think he shoots good? Yeah,
not for how white he is. He balled yesterday. Listen, what I like, I'll tell you what I like about McDermott. I like how he finishes backdoor cuts.
Okay.
Like Clay, for example, way better shooter, but can't finish at the rim at all. Like he just struggles on like kind of basic layups.
I believe you because of China.
Because of what?
He fucking almost broke his nose in China dunking.
Yeah.
Wait, who Clay?
You remember that shit?
No, I missed the clip.
He caught a spray and shit.
No, spasm?
Spaz.
Oh,
so
shit.
bad, bro.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, like, he struggles finishing there, but elite shooter. But McDermott, everything about his face, his haircut, you're like, oh, this guy's knockdown, white guy shooter. Of course
he's a surprisingly good finisher. Like, he's caught a few dunks, and I'm like,
finishes
I'm like,
well.
word? I'm like, yo,
stepfather, black brother? You moving like a black boy, son. You moving like a black boy, McBuckets.
But when sometimes he won't hit these wide open corner threes, and you're like, this doesn't make sense. You should be knocked out. Everything about your game. And I remember him in college. Do you remember him in college?
Oh, he was a beast in college.
He was a beast in college. Creighton University, and then he would get his own shot. And he was like a leading scorer in Creighton University history. I think his dad maybe even coached a team or something like that. He could get his shot. And I think what happens a lot of times to these dudes, especially white guys, when they come to the league, they have to change their body a bit to compete. Like JJ Redick could get his own shot easy. He could barely dribble in the NBA. It's a different level of athleticism when you come to the NBA. So we're waiting for McDermott to go from, like, you either got to get that shit knocked down or figure something else out. Because he's not Novak knockdown. Yeah. You remember Novak.
Novak was automatic.
And he needs to be.
I mean, the thing with McDermott and things with players like him is that shooters last a long time in the NBA, especially you tall. Yeah. He's at 6'9", 6'8". You know
got the body to do it.
Like, he'll be straight.
We missing Tim Hardaway right now, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, you seen?
And people laughed at him, too.
I made a video when we signed him, and I said, what a signing.
Bro.
And look, you see how important he was?
No, he's 25 and 5 a night, man.
I fucked up because I was really upset. I said I wouldn't even pay Tim Hardaway Sr. that money.
Yo, he's
quietly having the better season than Melo.
I remember he played against the Knicks last year. He
cooked us.
No, he could hoop. He could definitely hoop.
This kid's on some shiznit. He's on some shit.
But, I mean, I think when they get back, you know what I mean? I think when he gets back, I think the Knicks will be, hopefully he's back in time for Christmas. So, you know, the Christmas Day game is always like my barometer for the season.
We playing Philly, right?
Yeah, he played the Sixers right there. Yeah. Like, it's always that game that lets me know this is going to be a good team this year or it's going to be, you know, it's going to be same old Knicks. And like the last couple of Christmas games, like last year when Boston like smoked us in the Garden, that's I was like, all right, the season just went downhill from there. But I feel like Hardaway comes back around that time. They beat the Sixers at Christmas. That's a good fucking, you know,
who's going to guard Ben Simmons?
That's the only ball. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna tell you this right here. I like Embiid a lot, and I've always said Embiid's really good. Ben Simmons is a dude that keeps me up at night.
That boy is unbelievable. Thank God he can't shoot.
Thank God he can't shoot.
What? If he could shoot, forget it.
It's over.
If he could shoot, you give him the keys.
Yeah, it's over.
He's the closest thing I've seen LeBron.
And you know what?
Ever.
He might be the one who saves Embiid's knees.
Yeah.
Because Embiid doesn't need to carry it.
Yeah, exactly.
Embiid can get his buckets. And by the way, Embiid gets a lot of soft-ass calls for a 2-year player.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy the types of calls he's getting.
It's a superstars league, man. Superstars league.
It used to be like you got to earn that. You got to be in the league 6 years before you get in this ticky-tack bullshit. Yeah. But he's getting everything. Anyway, but Simmons...
It's because of the media.
He's a superstar.
They're hyping him.
Yeah.
I guess, you got to protect these motherfuckers.
I mean, Embiid's a superstar in name already. You know what I'm saying? So the refs are like, hey, man, he's the process. He's, you know, he does great for us. Like, we give him 40 fucking national TV games this year. Like, we gotta protect that shit. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
It's probably for the best.
Shouts to him.
Hey, get your money, man. Shout out to Africans. Respect it.
Word. That's big for Africa.
Yes,
in my Jamaican voice.
Wait, where's Embiid from?
Cameroon.
Oh, he's from Cameroon? All right. Yeah. Shout out to Cameroon.
Yeah.
I only know one other Cameroonian athlete.
Only thing I know
Samuel
is South
Eto'o.
Who?
Samuel Eto'o.
Fuck is that?
He was a striker for Barcelona.
See, it's soccer.
Yeah, boy, let's go.
I know.
Hey, man, thank you so much for coming,
Thank you
bro.
for
I
coming
appreciate
through,
you,
my
Luke.
G.
Anything else? Yo,
appreciate you.
plug some shit,
Yes,
man.
get
Tell
your
them what's
plug
going on
off,
in your
man.
life.
Yeah, you can follow me at Loopy Blogger on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram __ the Loopy Blogger __. You can check out for my merchandise on foreverloopy.com. And I just want to thank you guys for having me on